Okay. It has been a month or so, but we are back, goddammit. Welcome to episode 317 of the Pregame Podcast. My name is Wole, your host, with my amazing co-hosts. I got Queen Cass and Queen Cheeks to my right. Ladies, how are y'all doing?
Good.
It's been a minute.
Way better now.
It's been way too long.
It's been a minute. It's a whole new year.
I missed y'all.
I missed you too. I missed you too. There's been a lot of movement. How's everybody doing with goals for the year, fitness goals, men, kids, side pieces? How's everything? Like, give me all the tea. What are we doing? You want me to go first? Because I can go first.
You go first.
All right, so y'all missed the whole relationship out the gate. I was with a young woman that I had been on and off with. We were in a situationship, but it was a lot deeper than what most situationships look like. I had genuine love for this. I still have genuine love for this woman. And we decided to give it a go, like a real go, in January, at the beginning of January. And we dated until basically the end of February. We dated for it was like 6.5, 7 weeks. Whatever. Officially. Listen, you're already judging.
Anything.
You're already judging.
Oh my God.
When you're in a place like I am, when you know exactly what the fuck you want and what you don't want, you're not going to let something just play out and see where it flies or see where it lands. I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting your time, and I'm definitely not going to waste my time.
Nah, that's facts.
So what happened was, like I said, I've dealt with this woman for 4 years. 4 years. We met right before the lockdown, right before COVID. We've been on hundreds of dates. Sexually, she's probably like top 3 sexual partners I've ever had in my life.
You really just
like, legit. Like what you know me, and I haven't even really began to sip. But it is what it is, because y'all be trying to act like y'all prudes and y'all don't be doing nasty stuff. And you know what I mean? But
that what we do? That's Cassie.
What?
Cassie.
That's you too. You be acting like you be acting all.
Y'all freaks.
Both of you,
yeah, right?
Both of y'all freaky.
No.
Yeah, men the mid love to both of the creases in your elbow or whatever. But anyway, so last year, 2022, we tried to give it a go. I had cold feet, and I will admit that I'm a dickhead because it only lasted like 10 days in 2022. I was like, yo, I can't do this shit. Because I already knew that for whatever reason, some of the red flags that I have was going to fuck it up. And I didn't want to break her heart.
Your own red flag.
My own red flags.
Okay. So what was different this year? Different space? Different?
This year was just a whole, like, we reconnected in October. Mm-hmm. So we were still recording at the time at the old space. And I was like, listen, I fucked up last year. I can't ask you for forgiveness, but I just wanted to let you know that I still appreciate who you are as a person, and I would still like to have you around in my life. I don't know what that looks like, but that's how I feel.
That's how you want to do
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can respond to it however you want. I won't be offended. You know what I mean? So I laid all my cards out on the table, and she was like, okay, well, you know, I never wanted to like cut you off. You cut me off, this and that, because I deleted her number. I told her I was going to leave her alone. Legit, like I was heartbroken. We were both crying. When we broke up last year, it wasn't even a breakup. When I called everything off last year, it was very emotional.
Yeah.
And I was in tears because I knew like I'm letting this good black woman slip through my fingers. You know what I mean? Everything about her origin story to me was dope. Who she was as a person is still dope. It's just that for me, I was struggling internally with whether or not I am a person that is even capable of being committed to one person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to turn this into a relationship podcast because we are not fucking that. But I realized dating her and having to deal with like calling her every single day. And like I work during the week. Y'all know how busy I can get with work and community stuff and all of that. So for 6 weekends in a row, it was just me and her.
That's
she was staying over my crib. You know, she met the girls, my fake nieces. My roommates are expecting her to come over. We're eating lunch as like a house. Like we're ordering food and shit like that. And like they started planning shit with her in it, which I didn't mind. But there was just a level of comfortability that to me, in my head, in my fucking stupid man head, happened too fast, even though I've already known this woman for 4 years. But it wasn't because I wasn't comfortable with her. I was thrown off by how comfortable she got acclimating herself to my life. because for 3 years, she's been trying to get this from me, this relationship shit from me for that long, since 2019. So technically 5. You know what I mean? Like we met in 2019, went on a date in 2019, all that stuff.
Yep.
Like I took her to actually, I see the motherfuckers in the next room over. I took her to a release party for a local artist, Nairu. Brought her to that with me. That was at the Nyla Hotel. Like, spent the night, crazy, wild, butt naked African sex, all kinds of wild. We were wilding, and I did a lot with this woman early, fast, and I was very, very thrown off by how connected we were early on. And so the just like the potency of that connection is what scared the fuck out of me for a long time. And so when we made it official, and then she's coming to my house every weekend, and we got to plan things and go out. And she's like, well, you don't have to plan things. Well, if I don't plan things, you're going to complain about that because you want to be able to do stuff. We don't have to go out and shake our ass and go to the club, right, but you going to expect some type of plan because she didn't live here. She lived in Dartmouth. So she had to drive 35 minutes every weekend, and I'm not going to make her go home. Like, if we go out to dinner, I'm not going to make you go, you got to stay at my house. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we got to do shit multiple days in a row, so you stay in the weekend. That's just what it is. Yeah. And 2 of those weekends it snowed, so she was there for 4 days instead of 3. Yeah. So my personal space was starting to, and y'all been to my house. The apartment basically belongs to the kids. It doesn't even belong to the adults in the house. So my personal, like, it's my room.
Right.
And if I want common space, the dining room, but like,
and technically you haven't done that, so you wouldn't even know how that would affect you until
I did it for real.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what that fucking would look like. I haven't had a girlfriend in 10 years before this one, right? And so just going through the motions with all of that. And then, within like 2-3 weeks, she started questioning. Here's a question I have for y'all. Mm-hmm. If a man picks you, and it's a man that you want to pick you, would you question why he picked you while you're actively in the thing that you wanted from him from jump? Like, you want this guy, you're attracted to him, you've been on some dates, you like his connection, you like your connection, you like his energy, you think he's a good man, he got a great job, he's like good to people from what you know, he's good to his friends and all of that shit, huh?
I find it odd to question.
Right.
So, and like, this is something, like, this is a guy you've dealt with physically, but you guys never put a title on it. But that's something that you wanted, but you never pressed.
Right.
Or maybe you did press, and he was like standoffish, but finally he said, fuck it, let's do it. We're going to be a couple, and it's me and you.
So I feel like that's more what it is. It's everything else, because now she's at the point where she's like, well, why now? Did someone else not want you? Did the person you were going to be
she
with
didn't
die?
even, it wasn't even that. She questioned, the question was, why didn't you give me
all of this
choice to pick whether we were together or not?
What do you mean?
Exactly. So for 5 years, we've been on and off. We played this game multiple times.
Right.
Because in the back of my mind and in my heart, this is a woman that I know I could make this attempt with. Mm-hmm. She's the only one. Out of all the women I done dealt with in the last 5 years, she's the only one I wanted to give this shot, right? So from that perspective, it was like, in a lot of ways, she earned that right. In my heart, in my head, all of that. And also, I wanted to do it.
Right.
She earned it, and I wanted to do it.
This is you pursuing it.
Right? So we go out one night. We go to salon. We both were drinking. She smoked, so she smoked and she drank. Thompson was there. Like, a couple of my peoples was there. Some of the folks that she knows through me, like mutual friends, they was there. And it was a great fucking night. We go get food after. We go to the house. We're in my driveway. We're sitting in my car. She springs that question on me. Now, mind you, I'm drunk. We just had a blast. I'm thinking this is a great fucking night.
Right.
She done came over the day before. She done been here for 24 hours already. We done went to dinner. We done went to lunch. You know what I mean? She done went home for the day to do her errands and come back. We spent some time. We listened to music. I'm putting on the shit that I'm passionate about. She's putting me on to shit. We're YouTubing and watching videos of I'm thinking we had, and then we start drinking. Then we go out, and then we get back to the crib, and then you spring that bullshit on me. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, why didn't I give you a choice? You've wanted this from day one. What are you talking about?
That's a weird, I still don't even understand.
Right.
I still don't even understand what
she ran out of nowhere, was like, why didn't you give me a choice on whether or not we were in a relationship or not.
Is she saying she don't want this?
And I said, yo, I'm not gonna say name. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What'd she say after that?
And she was like, well, you know, you kind of just made all of the decisions for us. I was like, what are you talking about? For 4 years, you said, Wole, women don't get to pick whether or not they're in a relationship with a man. A man does. You know what I want, and you don't want to give it to me. You want me to be your fuck buddy. I don't want to be that. I have respect for myself, this and that. If you're not going to give me what I want, this and that, then it's not going to work. And I said, okay, I can't give you what you want. So let's break it off here. You don't want to be my friend. I respect that too. Let's break it off here. But why? I'm telling you, I can't give you what you want. I'm not ready for that. I don't want to do that. I know that I'm not going to be faithful to you. I'm trying to protect you, Goofy. But okay, you go right ahead and you get mad at me for trying to have foresight and like get ahead of this shit before it happens. And she's like, well, why do you have to be like that? It's like, I'm not trying to be like this. This is literally who I've been for 10 years. You're trying to change something, a lifestyle that I've gotten accustomed to from age 24 to 34.
It's going to take time, yeah.
And now, not only am I still handsome, but I got more money. I got more access to resources. I got a better car. All that shit.
Better pizza.
You know what I mean?
Papa John's.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So now you want the most well-adjusted version of myself to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this with you without really like thinking about it. And I'm sad it took 4 years, but I got to the point. Right. And now we're 2 weeks in for trying for real. And in my head, I'm doing this. Like we're going to do this work and we're going to do it for real. And now you're asking me why I didn't ask you if you wanted to be my girlfriend? Why do you want to do a relationship? Do you like, what kind of goofy shit is that?
Self-sabotaging, it seems
and I'm like, and I got so mad. And she was like,
but have grace, because in the past, right? She's expressed she's wanted this.
My behavior was
just like,
and she said that too.
Right.
She said that.
Like,
if I brought it up, I was afraid. I wanted to bring it up a week.
Like
but if I brought it up, you would run. And it's like, I'm not trying to run, but why would you question my intentions at this point?
Right.
Because I'm still here. Like what we're doing now, in this 2 weeks, we've done more than we ever did in terms of like the intimacy of it, the sharing, the learning. This is a black woman who was adopted by a white woman who grew up in Vermont with a sister who's also adopted by that same white woman who's half and half, who's biracial. And her last relationship, she was almost killed. She was put in a hospital. Like her ex-African boyfriend curb stomped her. American History X. Yes.
I hate that.
Listen, you're telling me. You're telling me. And this is a woman that I met when she was maybe a year or two removed from being in a coma from that.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Got some trauma from that.
What? Are you fucking kidding? That's a quadruple layered fucking trauma sandwich.
Right.
And so I'm taking all of that into consideration. She's not from New England. Well, she's from New England. She's from fucking the last state in New England. But she don't got no real friends here. All of her friends are in Vermont or in North Carolina or South. She don't got no real friends here.
You're somebody who you do think things through, so I can understand why you.
I'm very calculated.
You took your time. Absolutely.
I'm very calculated,
yeah.
and I felt bad every time that I pumped the brakes and was like, "Nah, I can't even go this far with you," because I saw all of her red flags, but I ignored them for the sake of she earned this shot, right? So that happened. We had a big blowout. She's crying and all that stuff, and snot bubbles and Viola Davis tears and all of this stuff. And she's like, I'll walk out of your car and I'll take all my stuff out of your apartment and I'll never talk to you again. I was like, then fucking get out of here, because there's no way I'm gonna allow you to keep questioning my fucking intentions. I'm trying to do this. Do you want to do this or not? Do you want to do it or not? It's a simple question, right? And so that night, and I wasn't going to let her drive to fucking Dartmouth. It's 35 fucking minute drive.
After a night out,
you gotta
after
stay.
Drinking,
and you're
emotional.
Drunk, man. You better sleep your dumb ass in my bed.
Which
but
is hard.
In the morning, you make a decision. Either you here or you gone. And obviously she elected to stay. And for like the next 4 weeks, we some days it was great. Some days it was bad. Like she downplayed
That's a relationship. Well,
I don't like it. I don't like nothing about it.
That's how.
And
it
I don't
is.
like I don't like how frustrating somebody can make me feel by asking stupid ass monkey ass questions. I don't like answering questions. Like, how dare you question me?
So
funny
funny
now,
now.
like-
This question
No,
or
it
multiple.
became humorous.
She did it a few
occasions.
more times. And then also, ask y'all this question. Cassie, straight up, just you. And I ask you right after. Would you date a man who constantly said you're mean and meant that shit?
No.
You never say anything nice to me. You're mean.
No.
Would you date a man that said it to you every fucking
Not
day?
every day. No. Hell no.
Would you date a man that said you're mean every fucking day? And don't answer as toxic cheeks. Answer as yeah. Don't answer as toxic cheeks. Answer as
thinking, hell yeah, I
I'm
would.
back in the church. I sip and I dabble from time to time, and life is going better. but I'm
Nobody
still,
who you actually like is gonna feel like you're mean to them.
She said
Or
that
they actually like you.
She
They're not
said
gonna-
I was mean all the time. She said I gave when I critiqued her, it made her feel the worst out of any person that ever said anything to her.
But you know what it is? Well,
But what's up?
I feel like, all right, again, she's got a charm and stuff. It takes a certain level of reassurance, and that takes patience, and you don't have that, and that's
She
okay.
would- that's
Yeah,
what she
I don't
okay.
got it.
That's who
she
you are.
needs.
You know it.
That's
but
what she
needs. So
needs,
it's incompatibility
Word.
in that area. You might
Word.
have really.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's
I have
what it is.
patience. I just don't have tolerance for nonsense.
And it's gonna,
And that
it's gonna
to me
feel like
is
nonsense to you
nonsense.
because you're a very confident person and you say what it is and you're very forward. And some people are soft in that way. They want you. It's not even what you say. They want it handed to them in a nice package. And
Yeah,
you don't have
I
time
have
for
to
that.
hold her hand.
You don't have time for
I
that.
need a confident ass woman.
Right.
I can't be fucking affirming you all the goddamn time.
fault
What is
to
this?
Her, no fault to her. It's just that's something she actually needs, and
based
you don't
on her
have the
trauma
capacity.
that she's been through. Yeah.
Yeah, so and that's why
fair. That's fair.
And I
It
ended
makes sense why
we
you
ended
ended
it. You know, I iced her out for a couple days. We had an argument over something really stupid, but we had already had a conversation because she was trying to like call me out on my lack of transparency with communication and all this. I'm like, listen, I call you every day. I text you every morning. I don't want to hear that shit about how I don't communicate. And when I talk to you, I tell you exactly how I feel about things. And just because you don't like my delivery or my tone, when I talk to you like I talk to any other of my friends, any other of my family, like I treat everybody exactly the same. I know that there's a little more softness that has to come when you're in a relationship, and I was providing that. It wasn't maybe to the frequency that she would like,
It's new
but
to
I was
you,
doing
though.
it.
It's also new to you.
It's very new to me, and I was
Word.
doing it at the frequency that I was comfortable with.
right.
Right? Because for the most part, I could be nurturing, I could be cool, I could all that. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and, oh babe, come here, hold my hand, lay on my chest. I'm not gonna be like that 24/7. And even like, she's like, you don't like cuddling. If we watching a movie and we sit on a couch, lay on me all you want. But in bed, go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Oh my God.
Go to fucking
I'm
sleep.
the same exact way. I hate to cuddle to sleep.
Can I get two?
hate
Can I
it.
get two? Go to
I
fucking sleep.
fucking hate
Get
it,
off
yo.
of me.
I hate it.
Get
Don't
off
touch
of
me.
me.
I won't be able to sleep.
I don't
Word.
even like.
So true.
You got
Don't-
your
oh my
head.
God.
You want your head up my ass while we sleeping?
Nah,
we're
hell
in bed,
no.
my nigga.
Absolutely.
Leave
I
me
literally
alone.
will push
No.
you off of me, like
Word.
Y'all are
over there.
She's like, you don't like
Cold.
cuddles. Dog, I have a queen size bed. It's big enough for you and my big ass to sleep in our respective halves and not have to, in the morning when you wake up and you want to like blow your little hot morning breath in my face and lay on my chest for 30 seconds, have at it.
30
But at night,
seconds?
whatever. If you want to lay on my chest for 30, cool. But at night, bitch, go to sleep. And we just got done fucking. I done went in there, got a bird bath, you know, got the washcloth, wiped my nuts off, wiped my ass crack so I don't get none
You're
of the
ready to
must
go to
into my
bed,
sheets.
like, yes.
And like, you over here talk about you don't like, no.
because for some people it's not right. Here's the thing: the whole
It's
thing
neediness.
is the act, right?
It's neediness.
It is.
And it's attention seeking, and I don't like that shit.
It's not attention.
It is.
It's not attention.
It
seeking.
is.
It's not.
It is. It is. I need your attention
the
all the
fuck
time.
outta here.
When I'm in your presence, your attention has to be on me. That's what it is.
All right, if other stuff, not the cuddle, you can't not. We're not gonna
The
chalk that up
cuddling-
to that.
the
We're not
cuddling-
gonna chalk that up to attention.
It's attention seeking. Leave me the fuck alone.
Bye.
So a man trying to lay all up on you, and you pushing him off because you don't want to give him that attention right now. You trying to rest. You trying to relax.
Yeah, when it's time to sleep. Yeah, but
I'm
I'll cuddle
only
all
using
day.
it for
I'll
that.
cuddle all day, but
Yeah.
Who got time to cuddle all day?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll cuddle you.
At night is the time to
when
cuddle.
we're watching a show or whatever,
On
movie,
the couch.
we can cuddle. I'm fine with that. But when I'm trying to sleep,
Let me
I'm
fucking
not with
sleep,
it.
nigga.
Cold-blooded.
I can't.
Cold-blooded, both of y'all.
But you like that shit.
I do.
You like that
And
shit.
I like people that like that shit.
Are you a cuddler
Therefore-
to sleep? Like,
Yeah.
you cuddle to sleep?
I'm all on you.
To sleep?
Foot in your mouth and
I'm
everything.
like that on a side piece. Like we don't even gotta. You're gonna cuddle me.
On
We're
a side piece is
put
fucking insane, bro.
Walk them legs together. Yes. Feet to feet. Like, yes.
Yo, Cheese, shut the fuck up. She said, I'm like
I
on a side.
require love, passion from everybody. I don't care. We don't
Oh
need to
my
fight over
God.
nothing.
So you're
Like,
one of them.
I'm
Not
one of them.
loving passion.
Or leave me
That's
alone.
insane,
Or leave
dog.
me alone. Like,
Cuddling and leg locking with a side piece is nasty work. That's the nastiest shit I ever heard.
Oh, well.
And she don't give a fuck.
I don't.
That's why you're my nigga, dog.
Like-
You said, I'm like that on a side piece. Wow.
Not a side piece.
I'm not doing
it's a requirement. Like,
I can't.
You know what? We can't even be surprised. This is the same person that gives her friends paper audits. She audits her friends.
I didn't pass none of them out. No, I left that alone. But
Did they? How'd they do? How'd they do for their year in review?
I want to bring it back, but we just left
Niggas
it
ain't
alone.
feeling it?
Busy. I've been busy. That's all. I just
Yeah, you're gonna run it
We're
back.
gonna-
You
I have
you
to.
need an administrative assistant to help you with that shit.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
But yeah.
that's why. Yeah, so that's what happened, man.
That makes sense. Well, like I can understand.
For the time that we weren't recording, I was dealing with this woman from basically even when we had the holiday party. Like we were dealing with each other, but that week we got into a fight
Oh, and she didn't come, right? Yeah.
She didn't come. She made light of my medical condition. We had a conversation, and then she tried to like flex and say she was healthier than me, even though she weighs more than I do. You know what I mean?
That's who you were talking about.
And these
Okay.
are not. This is not things. These are not things that I'm gonna put in your face because I had like, when I did my research and found out it was because of taking the fucking Moderna. Like
Right.
the Moderna vaccine gave several black men
right.
heart conditions that didn't have them, or if you were on a cusp or had some type of high blood pressure, it exacerbated whatever you already had. You know what I mean? And so what happened to me on Cassie's birthday was the scariest shit that ever happened in my life. And you're on the phone downplaying it and talking about my diet and shit when, bitch, that week I went to the gym 4 days that week.
I know.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, the day that fucking happened, Thursday. I had been eating clean for 2 months. No fast food, no excess fat, no saturated sugars, none of that shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now you're telling me that you're in more shape than me. Bitch, I can bench press you. Can you do the same with me? No. I went on a walk with her. I took her to do something that I love to do and that I do for meditation, for reflective purposes. And she was struggling on a walk, on a 2.5 mile walk. And you had the nerve to fix your lips and say that you're in better shape than me. Are you fucking kidding me? I damn near had a heart attack, bitch. You can't even keep up with me on a 2 mile walk.
I can't.
Like, what? So there was shit like that. And just like the whole, oh, you're mean and you never say nice things. But then literally 25 minutes later, that's the best compliment I've ever gotten. Like, it was like this bitch is bipolar.
Yeah.
I had to get out of there. And like this time, I'm leaving it dead. I'm not going to fucking.
You know what?
because-
You should have left it dead
I know.
the first time around.
I know. Cass,
because
I know.
you never spin the block because it didn't work out the first time. It's not going to work out now.
That's true.
You're
And
right.
Even though I'm saying this, I kind of had to learn shit the hard way too. So
Listen, I went to the Cassidy School of.
why is he calling me Cassidy? Like,
Oh, is your name just Cassie?
are you okay?
I'm good.
Like,
Your name's not Cassidy? I thought your name was Cassie for sure.
yo, even on the voice recording today, I'm like, Cassidy, what the fuck? Like,
Yo,
Been that long.
yo,
Walk
her
away.
name is really Cassie. My bad, Cass. I'm
no, my
sorry.
name is Cassandra. Everybody calls me Cassie. Where have you been?
Tell us her name was Cassandra. Shoot me some deal now.
Come on. You knew that, right?
Never on the, I know it, but
You
never
didn't
on
know
the
that.
pod.
You
Yes, I
lying.
did.
You lying. You never said your name was Cassandra.
She never said it on the pod.
I met you as Cassie off rip.
But why
Everybody
would you
knows me
think
as
it's
Cassie, but-
though?
But the
Like,
night
Where
that
did
I
you
met-
get Cassidy? Like,
I don't know.
What the hell?
My bad, Cassandra. My bad.
It's Cassie. Keep calling me Cassie.
No. Now I'm gonna call you Cassandra. I'm gonna have to throw some African on it. I'm gonna call you Cassandra. I'm gonna call you your full name.
Please do not put my government name on the pod.
You right. No one. We don't want nobody following you.
Right.
But that is my long ass check-in. My running with trying to be a normal person.
So you're done with relationships.
I'm non-monogamous, dog. I am. Don't fucking suck your teeth. I'm non-monogamous.
No.
I cannot do that fucking monogamy
Just because
bullshit.
it didn't work out with her doesn't mean it's not going to work out with somebody.
The last three. She was the fourth one. It's not going to work. That was just the latest episode.
Whoa. You got a problem?
Huh?
It sounded like it.
You got a problem?
I might be. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I'll be the problem. I'm a villain in Cassie's story.
You're not a villain in my story.
I am a villain. You call me a villain all the time.
I don't call you a villain any of the time.
And you shoot and you poke me like on the side.
I'm not like, listen, I don't think there's a lot of people that kind of like stand up to you in your life. So somebody needs to.
Plenty of people stand up to me.
No.
You're just the one who stands up a lot. And maybe your ass need to sit down more.
Nah,
Shit.
I don't know.
Nah, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand on business. All right, Cat Williams.
Hey, that's not an insult to me. So
I know it's not. So it's your turn. It's your turn for a check-in. What's been up with you in the last 2 months?
Last 2 months, I've been in the gym.
Go ahead.
Oh, you shredded some poundage. I can see it.
I've been in the gym. I haven't been able to like get my eating habits right, but I'm going to align
Still eating
it.
fufu?
No, I don't eat fufu, but I eat a lot of rice. I need to stop eating
That's a
lot
lot of
rice.
carbs.
Right. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm kind of struggling with right now, but I've been in the gym and a lot more than, I usually am.
How many days a week?
I try to go every other day.
So 4 days a week?
Yeah. I try to go about 4 days a week. If I miss one day, I like do a home workout.
What's your home workout consist of?
Squats, jumping jacks.
That ass. Look at you. Yep. Keep going. Yep.
Abs, like I'll do a lot of like floor mat exercises. Sometimes I'll do like high intensity exercises, but
trying to keep the
follow
glutes
videos
tight.
like
on YouTube. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that lately. I'm about to start this like weight loss like program, so we'll see like this
With a trainer?
No, like a shake.
Okay. You're gonna do Dick Gregory?
No. I'm not.
Do you know what the Dick Gregory is?
No,
it
I
was
don't.
a weight loss shake for black folk back in the day. Dick Gregory.
Well, I like used to do Herbalife a lot, like on and off.
Did that work for you?
It did, and then but you got to keep doing it.
And you stopped.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fuck this, I want food."
Would stop, but it's not. Honestly, it's not sustainable. But I need to like get to my goal weight and then change my eating habits at that point. But with my check-in, I kind of want to talk about sauna etiquette. Like,
go for it. Go for it. I'm here for it.
All right. Since I've been in the gym, like, I feel like there's certain things you shouldn't do in the sauna. Like,
I'm with you.
Playing your music really loud in the sauna, talking on the phone.
Yep.
Like, just moving around a lot in general. Like,
doing way too much.
Doing too much. I kind of want to like sit down, meditate.
Word.
And like
what the sauna is for.
Right.
Silence.
I do it after my workout. Like, you know what I mean? It's nice to just like have some peace and quiet.
Word. And women don't.
They be doing the most in there. Like, I'm like, how are you even bringing your phone? Like, I feel like your phone won't even function right in a hot ass sauna. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just be doing too much. And I kind of want to like.
Have you said anything?
No, I haven't. I have told one lady off when she was like doing some weird shit. Like, there was a girl that was in there like kind of topless, and she was just like laying down. And I don't mind. You could be like, I can be around naked people. I don't care. Like, but some people are really uncomfortable with that. She was an older white lady, and
the one that was laying down topless.
No,
okay.
It was a black girl that was laying down topless.
Gotcha. Did she have a towel over her breast or
over her bottom? Like,
oh, but her titties was out.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her. Where's she at?
They're in the gym all the time.
Like
I be seeing
women.
Yep.
Yeah, even old women, like they be walking around like nothing.
Titties on the ground?
Yo, I saw one lady like, I don't even know. I shouldn't even go into it, but
Please don't scar our listeners.
It's a lot.
Man.
But anyways, no, she was just laying out fine, and I mean, I don't really care if, you know, your tits are out, whatever. Who cares? We all have tits. Like, and this white lady comes in, she's like, oh my fucking gosh, and like just mad rude about it. And she's like talking to one of her friends, which she shouldn't even be. Well, I shouldn't say you shouldn't be talking, but like, honestly, I don't want to hear any conversations when I'm in the sauna.
Oh, facts.
Anyhow,
I'm with you.
and she was just like making these like slick remarks about the girl that had like, you know, was topless, and I said something to her. I didn't care. I was just like, you know what? If you don't like it, you can go. Like, it's not that serious.
Did the woman that was laying topless, did she have headphones on?
Yeah, she didn't even really like realize what was going on.
Gotcha.
She didn't, but because she was black, I'm like, you know, we got to stick together. So I was just like, you know
that's
what?
right.
Sometimes you got to tell these white people off. No offense to any of our white listeners, but.
No offense, but I mean all offense.
Right. Nah,
Right.
I don't mean the offense, but
I mean it for you.
only for rude people. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean it for you, because that's what I mean. Like, we're not coming at the good whites. We're
Right.
coming at the rude whites who think everything belongs to them. Bitch, I pay my $65 just like everybody else that come in this month, and I'm gonna lay with my titties out if I want to.
right.
Titties
Period.
out is crazy. And you're defending it?
I don't mind it.
Cass would do it.
I wouldn't, but
That
my
shit's
boobs are too big to do it. But if I had small boobs, I would.
The room would be dark if she took her dress.
Like at the public sauna,
room
like,
would
that's
be
crazy
dark.
to me.
It would cover. They were so big.
They're not even that big.
They're not small.
I can't.
There's no you're on like letter 7 or 8 in the alphabet with them things. The old girl was probably like on the second letter. It's a big
can't.
difference. It's a big difference.
Anyhow.
She had B's, huh? She had B's?
No bigger than C's, but I don't really know.
See?
They weren't that-
You don't even
they weren't
know
that big.
You don't know any letter
Probably
after
what
B.
size? What size do you wear? D?
I got push-ups. I probably got less. You said D?
I don't know.
That's
I don't-
crazy.
Yeah,
Cass.
nah.
Like,
No, C.
You'd
you
have
don't
a
even
back
know
problem.
because you got big boobs. You don't even
I don't know
how it
anymore.
works.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I had
saying.
your boobs in like 8th grade.
Exactly. These are 8th
You
grade
had
titties.
those since 8th grade?
No, those. I had those in like 8th grade.
Not laughing.
Yo,
Cass.
having
No, I got boobs really early in life.
you had those in 8th grade?
I was wearing like a B,
Man,
C in
Cover
like
up.
high school. Yeah.
that's crazy. I would have definitely been trying to. Never mind.
I
Let me
can't.
stop. Because
You
that's
need to stop.
insane. That's insane. That's a lot. So how long have you had those?
I would say
18, 19?
Well, I've
She's
gained, I've
looking
gained a
like
little
she
bit of
bought
weight.
them on eBay.
She looking like there's a
trying to
timeline going.
think. I've
Oh,
gained a
I
little
ordered
bit
these
of
on
weight.
Amazon last week.
Past 10 years, I'll say. Since
Past
like,
10?
Yeah,
That's wild.
I can't.
So I'm glad. Yeah, no, you're right. And there was a dude. I told this story on my Instagram in January because I don't like anybody talking to me in the gym at all. I don't care what phase I'm at. Stretching phase, workout phase, basketball court phase, fucking at the counter buying a water phase. I don't even want the front desk clerk. Don't fucking talk to me. That's
Right.
not what I'm here for. I'm here to work out. Hello, how are you? Go to the locker room, put my shit up, go out in the gym,
Yeah.
do my thing. And so in the sauna, I really don't want niggas talking to me in the sauna. It's a bunch of nasty, old, fucking wrinkly bodied, long moob having ass, old white men just in there. And I've seen some nasty shit. I've seen some motherfuckers. There's one dude in January. I was in there on like maybe it was probably my 4th or 5th workout of the year, and the day before there was a dude that was in there, and he kept doing this shit. Like shaking the motherfucking sweat off his head, and he kept going like this in the corner, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm this close to punching this motherfucker into the wood because he kept just going.
Ew.
I'm like, yo, who does this nigga think he is, bro?
Like,
Who does this
a
guy think he
wrestler,
is,
like-
dog? If you want to do all of this, nigga, build the sauna in your crib. What are you doing? So this is the day before, the day in question that I'm telling y'all about. It was the perfect workout. My stretching, like I was already in the gym 2 or 3 days that week, so my stretching felt amazing. My legs, my arms, my lower back, it all felt. I was just loose. Like when I stretched, it like didn't take as long as it usually did. It wasn't painful. I'm like, all right, my muscles are good. I shot hoops for a little bit by myself, put up like 100 shots. Then I went to go do my cardio. I did 35 minutes on the elliptical. Then I went and did a ground exercise. I did like a little circuit workout. And then I did shoulders and back.
Right.
And then I went right to the locker room to get ready to, you know what I mean? Because I have a process. When I get to the locker room,
right,
I bring a spray bottle. I put hot water in it. And I put my oils in it so I can spray the rocks in the sauna to get the aroma in there, so it can get all the fucking aroma of sweaty old men out of the room. So I spray it, get in there. I get in there, I spray it, and then there's a white dude in there, and I trip a little bit, and he makes like a corny joke. Oh, walk much or something? He said something stupid that made me want to smack the niggas. But I was like, no, whatever. And he was like, oh, just playing. So I said, nah, so no good, no worries, bro. So I sit down. He's sitting right here. I'm sitting in like the center of the bench that's closest to the door, and I put my head back on the wall, just like you, Cass, and I'm like trying to meditate, get in my zone, and just like do my breathing exercises. And this dude starts talking to me. I don't even know what the opening thing was. Are you kidding me? He just starts talking. He just starts, hey, so you see with the mass shooting? He said something topical to try to like rope me in, and I was like, no, man. No, I didn't. It was crazy. Yeah, world and stuff. Okay. And he was like, yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. And then I didn't give him nothing else after that. So I was quiet for like another 20 seconds. And then this dude goes and says, yeah, last year I lost my daughter to a fentanyl overdose.
Oh my God.
She was 27. Her son now lives with me and my wife. He's 7 or 8 or something like that. And in that moment, I went back to my core values. Goddamn, put my lips on niggas' mics and shit. I remembered my core values, and I was like, damn. I'm so focused on taking care of me that there's motherfuckers out here hurt and broken that just need somebody to talk to. And even though my resting bitch face was strong that day, this nigga didn't give a fuck. Nope. He was going to talk to whoever came in that bitch. And it was just me and him.
He just needs to pour out.
He poured all of that shit out, and I offered him my condolences. I, said, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that grief. It's going to be a long journey, but like, you'll make it, and your grandson's so lucky to have you and your wife available to take him in so he doesn't go to the foster system. That's a whole nother beast. And like, I went on this whole little rant to uplift this white man, and he was super grateful for it, and he was fighting back the tears the whole time. And I felt bad. Genuinely, I felt on a human level, I was like, fuck, Wole, you're an asshole. Because this guy, he was just trying to make conversation, and he might not have went the route that he went if you didn't ignore him in the first place. But he went there because it was on his spirit, and it was heavy, and it was not even a year. You know what I mean? It was maybe like 10 to 11 months to the day. So I felt really bad, and that's like the one exception where you can fucking talk to me. Other than that, if your daughter didn't die, nigga, don't talk to me about nothing.
I can't.
Don't talk to me about nothing.
Right.
I don't care about your lawn. I don't care about your 401k. I don't care about Gus from the office, who's a jackass and always delivers on like 4 days late. I don't care about none of that. Unless you got some real shit that you need to get off your chest and you want to use a sauna therapist by the name of Wole for your little 10 minutes of ranting, I don't want to hear none of that shit. But like that just put in perspective that there are some good people that, and he followed all the rules. He wasn't doing all of this shit. He wasn't I was at LA Fitness and a nigga was blowing snot out of his nose.
Oh my God,
snot
no.
rocket. In the sauna at LA Fitness, one of the busiest gyms in the world. There was like 7 other men in there. And one dude came out, he told the staff, and he was like, you got to get out, bro. You got to get out.
Gross.
He's lucky we didn't jump his ass. You know what I mean? Like, we was ready to jump him. But a bunch of us was half clothed, so it would have looked, we should have definitely Tekashi 6ix9ine his ass, because that's what he got jumped.
Right, he did.
Right? But like, it was crazy. But like, he followed all the protocol. He just, he broke the one rule of talking to me, but he had real shit to get off his chest.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like that put it, like what you said, into perspective a little bit for me, Cass. Like, if you're gonna be talking about some real shit, like that type of shit, Okay, I'll engage the conversation. Right. But other than that, if you're coming in to complain, if your music is crazy loud through your fucking headphones, like having hot ass headphones in your ears,
like who would even want to do that? Like
goofy ass motherfuckers.
Yo,
there's a lot of goofy ass motherfuckers out here. So anyway,
right.
I appreciate you for sharing that, Cash, because I've been thinking about that for a minute. Sauna etiquette.
It needed to be said. Hopefully,
our listeners will take heed. You motherfuckers better take heed.
Right.
God damn it, Cheeks. What's going on with you? Happy belated.
Thank you.
You're 39 now.
I'm 42 actually.
42. You know what I mean? Keeping it crusty. I mean, keeping it classy.
Right, crusty.
Yeah. Them elbows, man. Them elbows. They shiny though. It's because the light is white.
That's because I've been outside. How you
in the sun?
Let me calm down. Right. Nah, it's been busy. It's been super. I just been in a space where I'm just so grateful because y'all know I spent the last.
You've been grieving. You're still grieving.
I'm still grieving, but like it was heavy. It was a lot. I spent time with my boys, with mixed kids. That was awesome because I really hadn't.
How did you set that up, by the way? Because I know that was something that bothered you a lot at the start of all of this.
Right. It was hard to navigate. Like, all right, how do we do this? It was so much.
With his ex?
With his ex-wife, yeah.
How did you, like, who initiated that? Did she initiate it for the boys?
We talked about doing this from the beginning. The minute he passed away, we were already like, all right, we've got to keep them together. We'll figure it out. And they had traveled abroad. They came back. School started. Holidays happened. It just, the timing was never right. So it wasn't a matter of anybody trying to keep the kids apart or anything.
Good. That's
so the time it just worked at the point. And I felt so bad. Like, yo, I don't want to traumatize them. I don't want them to come around and I'm so broken. Because of course being around them is so hard for me without that peace. You know what I mean?
I don't
want them coming around and I'm just crying, bawling out as soon as I see them. Like that's not going to be good for them. But I just felt like, all right, I'm in a better space now. Like it's time. I really couldn't handle being away at that point. Like this was every day. They're like my, you know what I mean? Very
you guys were together for years, man.
Very, very.
You helped raise them for the whatever the longevity. How long was it? 4 years?
It was 3.
It's a long time to be in a kid's life every day.
Every day, yeah. So that was
a very long time.
That was awesome. We went out. We had a great day. And
where'd y'all go?
We went to the pinball arcade in Pawtucket.
Never heard of it. Sounds dope.
Yeah. It's like they got a ton of. It's also a museum, so they have a ton of old school pinball machines, and they've got different rooms for like activities. But it's an arcade ultimately, and it's somewhere we would take them when Mick was alive.
Gotcha.
So, nice.
So yeah, they enjoyed that. They're like, can we? You know, I figured we'd get together at least once a month, and they was on some like, why can't we do this every week? I'm like, that's a lot. You know, it's a lot to coordinate, but I just love the fact that they didn't miss a beat. You know,
right.
And of course I got emotional, but that's expected.
Absolutely.
You know?
How were your kids?
They were good. I mean, all the kids were soup. Like they missed each other. You know what I mean? I just felt bad that we even took them that long.
On all their tech, iPads and stuff, can they FaceTime at least?
Nah. So like her kids are kind of secluded like they use it, but they don't have like my kids got iPads, cell phones, whatever. Like they're not like iPad kids. They keep them busy in other activities. Yeah, so
they do a lot of physical stuff.
Right? Yeah, they don't
Chess
have access
club
to it like
and
that.
Swimming and all that shit.
They keep them super busy. So they don't really keep in touch like that. But
and they're 2 years older than each of your kids, right? Like the oldest,
the same age,
same exact age.
I told you it was perfect. Like
same exact age.
We had 2. Like my son will be 10, so my son will be 10 in March. His son will be 10 in April.
Oh wow!
What?
We have a.
He had 3 kids, right?
Yeah. So he has his middle child will be 8 in April as well, and my daughter will be 8 in August.
Wow! And how was the youngest? 5.
5, right?
Dope.
6 in the end in April also. The end of
April. Wow. You know, that's the universe for you there.
April, they're all in, so 1 in April and then 2 in May. But yeah, it's all.
That's the universe for your ass.
Right. It worked out so
that's
perfect.
Like divine shit.
Right. So aside, like that was awesome. My cup was filled after doing that. And then I had my birthday, which was also like awesome.
Leap year, baby.
Yeah.
So how old are you really in leap years?
I turned 8.
Right? Oh, 8.
Eight.
Every 4 years.
God
Yeah,
damn.
so I turned 8.
That's wild.
Right. Big deal. That was my big 8.
Word.
So that was cool. I brought that in with family and friends. Shout out to D for letting me use the space.
For sure. Shout out to D's.
Yeah.
D's on the south side. South side D.
He's also on Middle Spring too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that
He's
one's
still over there.
take out, but he's still there. So that was awesome. I've just been full of gratitude. Like everything's been, and then business, it's been
Booming.
Booming, yo.
right. Like
You
that's
prayed for times like this, though.
Right.
right. Don't make me. We're gonna have to add in the Meek Mill.
We can do whatever we got. You know
Right,
what I mean?
edit that part in,
You prayed
but-
for it, though.
Right, no, I have.
This time last year, you manifested it. You had took the leap. You quit the OnlyFans. You stacked the
Drop
bread.
the mic, right? on
all that.
Yeah.
And you started the LLC. A year later, big
Going
blessings.
right, yeah, no.
So shout out
So
to
full
you.
circle, it's a lot of opportunities that I'm seeing in the way people are just. The reputation is there now. They trust.
For sure.
They trust.
Absolutely.
In
You earned
my
that shit.
ability, right.
Congratulations,
Right.
man.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's big.
Well
That's
deserved,
big. You
right.
bet on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you literally bet on yourself and you set it up in a way that you out here. Like
know.
I ain't referring nobody else's cleaning company. I might fuck around and hire you to clean my bathroom just one time. Just one time.
I got you.
You know what I mean? It ain't
That's what
gonna
we
take
do.
you but a half hour. It might take me 3. So
Seriously, that's what we do. So
what I'm
we've been able to
saying?
help a lot of people. I'm proud. I really am. Like I'm grateful, but I'm also proud of just not quitting. You know me. I start shit all the time and don't stick with it. So I.
there's no way that you're gonna get rid of Assassin Class. Though.
Nah, absolutely.
There's no way.
So
I won't let you.
nah, I wouldn't
Because
it's not
I
even a
know
thought,
that this
right.
was what you wanted.
And it's no one dreams of being a cleaner or even doing this, but the way it worked out and the way it's happening, like.
But you're
This is
not gonna have
godsend.
to clean. Like
Nah.
in 2 more years, you ain't gonna have to do shit.
Even now, technically, I don't like. I wouldn't have to. You can.
Listen,
If my
you're
trust is
gonna
set
have
up-
enough employees where you're not gonna have to do shit
Nah,
but
I
do
know.
the admin stuff.
Right.
Lock in the contracts
Or the celebrity shit, because that's
where it's at.
That's where the
Yeah.
money's at.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's an amazing segue. I'm glad you did that for yourself.
absolutely.
Tell us all about Eric, girl.
So
Eric
it's-
Bellinger
It's tour season.
Yep.
You know I'm a super fan.
is super fan.
I was already locked in as soon as the tickets dropped. What I did is I slacked though, just because it's crazy. Again, being an entrepreneur, business can be up and down. So with the holidays and everything else, things were slow. So I'm like, yo, I can't even justify spending all this bread on a ticket, the outfit, the hair, all this stuff, getting ready for this, and I got other responsibilities. So let me hold off. So I waited, and when things were finally picking up, I was like, all right, it's time. I go to the website to buy the ticket, and there's no VIP. They're just gone. I can't go GA. Like, I just can't do general admission. Like, I'm a supporter. I'm
know
a
that's
fan.
right, sis.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Nigga said I
be
can't
weighing in the
go
back.
shit.
I can't. No, and you might think this is funny, but
That's the bougiest shit I ever heard, my
I'm
nigga.
never.
That's
I'm
crazy.
just not doing.
I
the
feel
thing
it,
is,
though.
other artists, other
You
venues,
do it,
absolutely,
but not Eric.
Not Eric. No way. Like real fan.
I cannot wait to write my life as a movie or as a sitcom like Issa Rae. Because you're going to be like Ryan Davis, the nigga who's a super fan of Jason Derulo. Who is a super fan besides you of Eric Bellinger, my nigga?
There's a few, but
You're a super fan of
but-
Eric Bellinger in the year of our Lord and Savior 2024.
I know.
And have been for about 6 years.
Right.
Maybe longer than that.
Right.
You got everybody. Cassie, I don't think you understand how dope it was to jump on this nigga's live and watch her give him a set list for his tour last year. When the girl on it before him, she lasted like 3 minutes. The girl before that lasted like 2.5. Right. Cass was on that bitch for the rest of the live. I mean, Cheeks was on that bitch for the literally. The live lasted like an hour.
Yeah.
She was on that bitch for like 46 minutes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I held it down.
This dude was like, okay, all right, so you a fan. All right, talk to me, girl. Talk to me, sis. What's up? And he wrote down every fucking track that she said.
That was my
She was
moment.
like, first I got to hit you with blah, blah, blah. And he was like, how you know that? Like, yo, it was like watching Hot Ones.
And to see all the things that happened like since then. So like boom. So this tour, right? When he announced the tour, one of the city in 2 of the cities, his tour manager / assistant was going to perform. She does music too. Now I'm totally locked in. She knows I'm a fan. We've interacted so many times before. So I'm like, this is dope. She's performing live in Boston. Like she'll be an opening act. I gotta be there. I gotta support her, you know? So I ended up reaching out to her. I messaged her once I seen that, and I say, yo, I cannot wait for Boston. And I'm like, what's your set list like? Because I can't be caught in the front and don't know your lyrics. You know what I mean? So she was like, sis, text me. Gave me a number, text me, and then she added me to like a shared note that had all the tour stuff, like all the music, each song, like it's like this is.
Wow.
I'm walking out. I'm gonna talk for a little bit. Then it's this song. Then it's that song. Then it's this. So I was like, all right, like now I'm locked in.
Fire.
I got our phone number. I feel like I'm locked in now. Like you know who I am. You trust me enough to give me that. Cool. So I fast forward. I end up finally having the bread, ready to buy the ticket. None of them available. I'm embarrassed at this point because you're a fan. You should have, normally you get the ticket the day it's out. Right. And you've already saying, see you in Boston, we're locked in, and you ain't even got a ticket yet. So how's that look, you know? So I'm like, damn, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm like, yo. And I reached out to Amanda. She's like, won't you just hit up Eric? He knows who you are, right? Like just that's embarrassing. The ticket, the VIP was only $150. Now I feel broke saying, by the way, I had 3 months to get this and I didn't buy it. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing that. That's corny. But then I was so desperate. Like, it was bothering me so much.
You asked him?
I don't, no. I was like, oh, yeah, I got a number. Let me just hit up his tour manager and see if there's a way I can still purchase. You know, maybe there's a way. So I messaged her and I said, listen, I effed up. I waited. I slacked on the ticket. There's nothing available now that I'm trying to buy.
No tickets or no VIP?
No VIP.
Gotcha.
There's GA all day. And I tell her, I'm like, there's only regular GA tickets. I'm not doing that. So is there a way? Like, what can I do? And she was like, oh, how much was it? So I tell her, and she was like, slide me $50. I got you.
Okay.
And I'm like, so do I still need to buy the GA? She said, nah, you're good. I'm like, everything. So I'm going to get the whole access that I wanted.
Concert, meet and greet.
Apple paid
Picture
that
with Eric.
so quick, sent it to her. What do you drink, matter of fact? Because now, like, you saved the day. You literally saved the day. This is all I want from every year. He goes on tour. He ends up doing a Boston show around the time of my birthday. That's always a gift to myself. So she definitely saved the day. So she tells me, tequila reposado. I say, I got you. The day of the show comes, I'm all ready to go. I'm going by myself this time, too.
You didn't have nobody with you?
Nah.
How'd you get up? You drove up there by yourself?
Yeah, drove to Boston.
But there was another woman with you in your story. Am I tripping?
That was another fan who.
Wow, who you connected with
last year or the year before, or whatever. Like they know.
Look at you making friends.
They was tagging when he added the set list. They were already. I mean, when he added the announcement, they were already tagging me in the comments. Like, are you gonna be there? So I already knew. So I.
Wow. So this is like a cult. Like a little Eric Bellinger cult, but like a positive one. He ain't gonna make you. Right. He ain't gonna make all y'all drink poison and kill yourself.
None of that, right?
But so shorty that was in there with you when on your story, that's another fan that you met from two concerts ago or two tours ago.
But I feel like part of it too is like they see the interactions. Like, yo, she actually gets. Like, we don't know how or what it is, but she's connected somehow. So naturally, if you don't have that, you want to get closer to somebody who does. So when they see me and they see, all right, she's on the live for this, they've been watching just like you've seen, and they see, even
I only see it because
going out
you.
with the guitar, right? Exactly. But for them, they're like, all right, we don't know what kind of juice she got, but like
we want some of it.
Absolutely.
They need some of your clout,
right? You know what I mean?
Groupie
so it's just,
bitches, because you're not a groupie.
Saying all that.
You're not a groupie.
No. I'm a fan, but like, so she linked up, and she's awesome. She's a cool girl, so I was excited about it. But like, so I get there, I get to the show, I got the bottle, everything on deck. I reach out to Six, the tour manager, let her know I'm on the way. I'm like 10 away. I got your bottle. Everything works out. I end up giving her the bottle because she did her first performance in like Canada, so that was her first international performance. She was souped about that. Here you go, congratulations, and you hooked me up. So boom, we get in there. People look mad, like everyone's lined up against the wall, and I don't know why. I'm like, is this for pictures? Is this for the bar? What's going on? I asked somebody in front of me, why y'all lined up like this? They're like, oh, I don't know. I walked in and they was just like this. So I stepped right out, put my coat at the front. You know how they have like usually like a gate like in front of the stage. I put my coat right in the middle to hold my place. Like, I'll be damned if somebody gets this center stage. I'm by myself this year. Can't nobody fuck this up for me. Like, put my coat. By the time I walk back, everyone's walking up throwing their coats. Now the whole thing's lined up. So someone, I don't know if they work for the venue, but they noticed that. They're like, okay, look at you setting trends. Now everyone's, monkey see, monkey do.
Word.
So
100%.
we do the thing. We do the meet and greet. I take photos with Eric. He's complimenting my outfit. He doesn't peep my earrings, though. I had
Eric Bellinger earrings?
Yeah.
With his face on them or
extra.
EBs?
I'm so extra.
EBs or his face was on them?
His face. It was from his album for this tour.
It was the album cover for this tour.
Right.
Wow.
Last year, like the set had these big giant open frames. That was part of the set design. So I had these Mona Lisa framed earrings and I just cut out photos of him, printed it for 99 cents, cut them out, like wallet size
That's
photos.
a lot of effort, man.
But you have to. Like, I'm like that with fashion anyway. Like,
yeah, that's true.
This is one more thing. I'm a fan. The other
that
fans are gonna
attention to
notice.
detail is why they fuck with you.
Yo, so he doesn't notice right away. I take the pictures. I didn't even mention it. So afterwards, we do a group photo. And I said, oh, matter of fact, I said, did you peep the earrings? And he looks and he was like, yo. So he has this videographer come and get a close up. Just us. I was souped, like so souped. Now, concert starts. One of his personal trainer, who I've met him last year, he notices me, he sees me, he starts messaging me, he's bothering me the whole time
He's on set?
The whole time that the opening acts,
Oh, okay, got
are performing and whatnot. I'm in the front, I'm having a good time. I got the other girl, and now her people's trying to get closer because I got the best seat, the best spot, right? At this point, like nothing can go wrong. No one can fuck up this energy. I'm vibing. Everything's like, you know what I mean? I'm in the zone. I'm loving everything about this. He keeps telling me, he's inviting me to go up to the top.
Oh, hell no.
In this venue. Like it's like a separate VIP. This is where the dressing room is. This is where you got access if you're up there. And he's like, come up, chill with me, talk to me. Like, you know what I mean? They know I done been to 1,000 shows. Like, what is it to just come up here? I kept saying no because one, I don't want to be written off as a groupie. I don't want to be attached to a certain somebody and make it seem like it's weird. So I declined him 3 times. Before Eric performs, I go to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom and I get a text message from the tour manager. She says...
From the lesbian woman.
She says, do you want to watch Eric's set from the top? Or are you cool down there?
Oh, shit.
Now, I've already declined this other guy inviting me up there 3 times.
And he asked her to ask you.
That's what I'm thinking. But at the end of the day, I'm like, she done saved the day. She's cool. I'm all out there. When Mick passed away, me and her, it's like she reached out to me. She offered me condolences.
Really?
She asked me what's the story? I've been watching and I'm invested at this point. I hope I'm not being weird, but I want to know. I'm totally invested. I'm seeing all your stories.
Wow.
We've talked. So
y'all are friends.
That's what I'm saying. I consider her a friend. That's why she did that. That was nothing for her to get me access and put me on the list.
For $50.
Names
saved
on the list.
You like
You're all
$300.
set. You get what I'm saying? So when she invites me now, I'm thinking either he put her up to it or maybe she just genuinely, she knows I'm a fan.
Those are the only 2 options.
She watches, you know what I mean?
Those are the only 2 options.
She follows me. Why not? So I agree. I go up there. And when I get up there, she's like, I'm going to watch. We're going to watch from right here. Watch. I'm going to make sure you get a better view, right? We get up there and I'm in basically the skybox almost. It's right there above, right in the middle. See the whole stage, the whole venue. And it's just me, her, and the technicians, the light people. That's it. And this big ass, skybox, basically. Which, so in this moment, I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow.
I'm blessed.
I'm a fan. I have no musical ability, no talent, nothing
But you don't need any of that.
Nah, but they
You're genuine,
I'm looking around
though.
and I'm like, y'all really fuck. I have way too much access to this man, his crew, his everything. Y'all are so trusting with me. This is crazy. I'm just really taking it in.
It's not crazy.
I'm by myself. Y'all really.
That's part of it too. If you had more people with you, you wouldn't have gotten that.
Absolutely, and this is why I don't know why, but this year I was like, I don't even want to press and ask nobody to come with me because something always happens and gets in the way.
Word.
I vibe way better alone.
Word.
Way better alone. So
clearly, you made out like a fucking. I mean, you are a queen. You're both queens, but
right.
you made out like a motherfucking queen.
So everything goes as normal. I get invited to another show. The personal trainer, he was like, "Yo, I invited you 3 times. Now you're up there with her." Like, what's going on? Oh, y'all got something going on? Like, it looks funny now.
Niggas are retarded,
but I'm like,
bro.
it's not like that.
Niggas are stupid.
And I really didn't know if he was just, playing,
playing
crazy.
He meant it.
Right.
He meant it.
I didn't know. I don't know him that well. I don't know him like her. Maybe, but I go to another show after. I hang out with him. It's awesome. Like, I have a great time. Awesome night. Drive back home. Everything's everything, right? The next day I'm at work, I get a text message from the tour manager, and I thanked her, of course. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for getting me this view up here. I appreciate you. I'm out of here. Good night. I don't want to be mixy. I don't want to look like I'm hanging around looking for something. I took off. The next day I'm at work, and I get a text from her, and she was like, yo, matter of fact.
I read it. When that she asked you to clean the tour bus. Right. I totally forgot. We need to clean the tour bus.
Eric you're the first person. We get a cleaner. You're the first person that came to mind.
Yep. And she said, let us know what your rate is. We'll fly you out, or we'll get you,
we'll pay for your travel. Yeah.
And it was you and your brother, right?
Yeah, I asked my brother to do it with me.
And they put you on a train?
No. I drove.
You drove to Philly?
I drove to Philly.
Nigga, you different.
What was I not going to do?
Was that a 6-hour drive? No, of course you were going to do it.
It was like 4 hours and 20 minutes.
For a train ticket.
Yeah. It was 4:20. We left at 3 or 4 in the morning or something.
Y'all must have been doing 95 on the highway because
there just wasn't really no traffic at that time. We just got straight there. It was 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Usually it's about 6.
Right. Yeah. So we planned it right. We got there. And now another moment. I'm on the damn tour bus at this point. And I'm just like, Eric walks in, pops his, I'm heading damn near in the toilet, cleaning, scrubbing. And I hear my brother say, oh, hey, what's going on, man? And so I look, and it's fucking Eric Bellinger. And I'm just like, this is crazy. This is crazy. That.
What did he say to you?
I was about to say.
He was just like, he was like, they told me you drove down. Where you guys from? So I tell him, we're talking. And I'm so fucking awkward, right? Just dumb.
Starstruck a little bit.
Bunks a little bit. Like,
you can play it off.
Right, a little bit. I'm trying to play as cool as possible, but they have bunks on the tour bus, obviously. So when it comes to his bunk, his mother just passed away. So that was another thing. At the meeting,
his mother passed away last year?
Before this tour started. This year.
Wow. Yeah. Like so 2024 or 2023?
2024, she passed away.
Like January.
Right. So
oh man, rest in peace.
Exactly. So when I took the photos in Boston, before I walked away, I said, I want to give you my condolences. And I want to just let you know how much I appreciate the fact that you continue. I don't know how you continue to do this, but you still show up. You still doing this despite everything you're going through and feeling. Word. That means everything to us as fans, Mm-hmm. And boom, walked off. Then I ended up having the opportunity to do the video, the close up with the earrings and stuff. But I had to let them know that. It's people, people are, why we're still outside? Why are we waiting? Like, you're lucky he's even fucking touring right now. That's crazy. Word. So
perspective is everything in life.
He had a photo blanket on the bed, so I hadn't touched the bed yet.
Of his mom?
Yeah. I hadn't made the beds right. It becomes real at that point. So, I'm in there, I'm with their personal shit and stuff. Like the fact that, they got me in here doing this and I'm just
But that's no different from having.
They could have hired any cleaner. They could have hired a cleaner in New York. They could have hired a cleaner in Philly.
They're hiring you because they're comfortable with you.
That's what I'm saying. It's more
about that. The tour manager's comfortable with you. You got to think about it from a perspective of.
It's a trust thing.
We go to hotels when we travel all the time.
Yep.
And if the hotel was gonna hire motherfucking maids that were gonna rob motherfuckers, how long are they gonna be open? Absolutely. So that's kind of what it is. And they know, literally he the way y'all from, he should know where you from, but also he probably meets tens of thousands of people a year. So the fact but he still knows your face.
And even if he didn't know me
before, he knows that you were the one that was on the live with him last year too.
I don't know. The thing is, I don't go around asking, do you remember me? Do you remember this? I don't do all that.
You don't have to. Right. Because you got to think about it. As a human being, he's probably doing the same thing you're doing, trying to play it cool and pretend let's just make this a casual, informal conversation. This is my tour bus. You cleaning it. They told me you drove down. Where you from? That was an opportunity for him to figure out, so this super fan I got is from Providence. She's been to my last 4 fucking shows out of COVID. And everywhere that I look when I'm in the New England area, she just there.
Right. And that
but when all the shenanigans is about to go down, she home. So that respect is building in his mind. If I'm a man, so I'm telling you, this is what I would think if I was an artist, if I was a comedian or something, and there was a woman that came to every show I did in Boston or whatever. Like, that's exactly where my bread, where my mind will go. Like, this woman is legit a fan. She appreciates my art, and she shows up every time I pull up. That's so dope.
No drama, right? Yeah. So just mad awkward. I was just like, I said, we haven't touched the bed yet. I'm like, but before we do, like, do you have a preference? Which I don't think is a stupid question, right?
It's not.
No.
It does kind of feel. It does kind of feel like flirty.
Not even like
you don't have a
he just popped up.
Preference for how you would like your bed to be made.
I didn't even do
you
it all
have
like
a preference? Do you want it tucked over, tucked under?
I just like, because now they got their personal shit. Do you want us not, like, some people be like, oh, don't even touch my stuff. Like, don't even, I got my tour shit, his hats for the tour, like whatever, like certain shit. And it's crazy because I'm such a fan. It's I shouldn't even be able to recognize shit the way I do. I'm like, oh, those are the, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan, I pay attention. So I asked him, do you have a preference? And he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And it's so awkward because it feels like 10 minutes goes by in that moment. And he was like, just like regular.
He said the word regular.
So he wanted you to make
like
his bed
the normal way.
He wanted your hands all on his bed.
Normal way. That doesn't mean that. Like,
as soon as the divorce is final,
it meant that he didn't fucking understand that question. Like, this is awkward. Like, I don't know, just make the fucking bed. Like, it was
I feel you. As soon as that divorce is finalized, though.
Yeah, nah. So I was just like, oh my God.
You wouldn't if God forbid, him and Megan Good's older sister, it don't work out. They get divorced. And then you keep going to the shows like you do, expecting nothing, wanting nothing, just being a fan and appreciating the art. And Eric shoots the proverbial shot. Huh?
So why is your mind there?
I'm just asking.
Megan Good's older sister.
You're asking would I decline Eric's shot if he was divorced and single?
I mean, I know you have a height preference too.
Not a height preference.
He's short.
I know. He's like, about 5'7". Right. I seen him at what's the spot that does African nights on the Caribbean nights every weekend on Charles Street.
On Charles Street.
Yes, the white.
Mezzo. Yeah.
I saw him at Mezzo. He
crazy.
performed at Mezzo in 2018. He came down.
I wish I would have known that then.
He came down. He performed like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice was DJing. That's the only reason why I was there. And
you didn't have to say that.
That's the only reason why.
Only 30 minutes though?
It was on the patio. What was that supposed to do, an hour?
At the very least.
I wish I would have been rocking with them like I'm rocking with them now then. Like,
that would have been crazy. You could have took them all on you could have took them
on the tour.
You could have took them to the Swansea Mall or what? You could have took them all over. You could have went crazy. Yo, here's where we can get the best hot wieners. You know what hot wieners are? Like, you could have went crazy. But that was. And he's a good performer, man. He's a little nigga, but he's a really good performer. He
puts his heart out there, yo.
He does, and really he can sing. He can sing.
That might be on.
Like, that was. He because the GOAT song was out. I forgot what album that was. I shouldn't know. You probably know. And he did like 2 other songs that I knew of. I was like, damn, that's this nigga. And
I don't even know any of his music.
Yo, Eric Bellinger's got joints. That's the thing. And there's songs that you know that
he wrote.
There's plenty of songs that not even just that. That's him that you didn't know was him. How many R&B songs? How many R&B artists do you really know, Cass? Straight up, like off the top of your head. More than 30, more than 40?
About, yeah.
There's thousands of these motherfuckers. How many songs do you know? Few hundred? He's probably singing 2 or 3 of those few hundred that you got etched in your brain. That's how good this nigga is. You just never bothered to Google him.
Because he written for other artists.
He wrote for a bunch of but I'm saying his song. There are songs that he has that we listen to in the club that are bangers that we had no idea was Eric Bellinger.
Oh.
He wrote it, he sung it. And then he got.
Can you sing one?
GOAT. She the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Yeah. That's Eric Bellinger.
Okay.
You heard that in the club before.
I've heard it.
Yeah, but you didn't know it was Eric Bellinger.
Yeah.
And you probably sit down and smoke hookah at that point because you didn't.
Back then, but not anymore.
You don't smoke hookah no more? No more hookah sexual? You gave it up?
No hookah,
good
no
for you.
weed, no nothing.
Wow.
For since January?
Since before January,
December, right?
like October of last year.
October, November, December, January, February.
That's crazy.
Not you
That's
count.
5 months? High five, friend. Good for you. No
You're not
hookah
playing.
and no weed for 5
weed,
months.
Yeah.
Just wine and fancy
Well,
drinks
just
with
tequila, mainly.
Just
But
tequila.
I need to give that up.
You can
too.
never. You ain't gonna give up no tequila. Who the
I
fuck you
need
talking
to.
to? You gave up tequila for a little bit.
a little bit.
For like
A
a
little
year,
bit.
A
it
little
seemed
bit.
like, yeah.
Nah, not even.
Nah.
I stopped drinking in July or August, and then
In July.
Oh, yeah.
basically.
Thank you for sharing
But
that. That's dope.
Nah, it's dope. So I done went to. I got paid. I took my brother along. It was awesome.
Did you charge them
He
rate
popped
or
in a
did
few
you
times.
upcharge?
Nah,
Please tell me
I charged them fairly. I charged them what my normal rate is. And then
Did
it
you
was
get
an
a tip?
intricate thing. They did tip me, and I calculated all the travel costs. So they paid me. They paid me well. They paid me well. I have no.
So can we
complaints.
get $5 each?
Absolutely, absolutely.
You got five?
I'm a celebrity cleaner.
Okay.
Do you realize that?
Right.
Yo, 2 claps, my nigga. That's what I'm fucking
Let me
talking
get two
about.
claps, too.
That's crazy.
with that, so.
But it's not, because I already knew.
I know.
From Chop, Chop, Chippity Chop. These niggas don't know.
They don't know.
Right.
They don't know
They don't
about
know.
Chop, Chop, Chippity. Cats don't know.
No.
Chop, Chop, Chippity Chop.
What
What
are
are you
we
doing?
doing?
Hey,
Hey,
stop.
stop.
I was her supervisor, my nigga, in her summer job when she was 16. And now
He knew
look at you.
He knew, yeah.
Flourishing.
16. Aren't we like, how many years apart are we?
How old are you?
I'm 3 years older than
I
her.
don't like to
Okay.
say my age, but 30.
Oh my God,
34.
Cass. Ain't nobody wants you. She's 34, guys.
I just
I don't
turned
want-
32. So,
Oh, 2
Yo.
years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just turned 32.
I just turned 32.
Okay, so 3
But
years.
wait, I was 18, I turned 19. It was the summer. I was 19, she was 16.
Yep.
And I was her supervisor. Her and 5 or 6 other little
East Side.
East Side
Kids.
boogers.
Is that where you from? You from the East
Yeah,
Side?
yeah.
But like, no, super proud.
Yeah.
Super
That's what's
proud.
up.
That's so fucking dope, yo. So dope. All right.
Keep that momentum
We
going.
gotta do at least 2 topics before we get the fuck out of here.
I think we only have one. So.
We got
Yeah.
we got the donkey of the day from Tuesday, and it's the woman who lied to her husband about. Did you watch the video?
I watched it.
Yo,
That shit was crazy.
what is it about people, bro?
People are
What makes you think it's okay to lie to your partner about owning a house
Yo,
and then
Can we play?
breaking?
Can we play?
People are wicked.
Play it though.
Play
People are
some of
wicked,
it.
though.
We don't own the rights
Wicked.
to the fucking audio, man. But this is wild, dog. Like, and she's a black woman. I would feel so much better if this is a white woman who did this. She's a sister, kinda. She can't even
wildin'.
be. She can't even be
You're
considered.
not claiming her?
I'm not claiming her. She gets 1 protein like she's a visitor at every cookout.
I can't. Not one.
One protein.
One protein at the cookout.
You can get a burger, a dog, chicken.
Or
I ain't trying to be donkey today.
We don't own the rights. Breakfast Club
own
don't
the
come for
rights.
us. Fuck that.
Called donkey of the day, and it
It really caught me off guard. Monique, you know why they called you a donkey.
Got the donkey of the day today. Well, just
can't stand
hilarious.
Monique.
Donkey of the day for Tuesday, March 5th. Women's History Month. Goes to a 32-year-old
Oh,
woman named
Women's History
Courtney L.
Month.
Davis. Courtney faces felony charges of possession of stolen property, fraud, criminal mischief, burglary,
How do you
residential
steal a
entry,
house?
obstruction of justice, and false
I thought you was
informing,
gonna
all
get away
during
with it.
Women's
How do
History
you
Month.
fucking
Not
steal a
only is
house?
Courtney facing charges, but she got her husband caught up too. Yes, her husband is facing charges of residential entry and possession of stolen property. Why? Because this woman was lying for no devil damn reason. Now, there's a lot of things women lie to men about, okay? There's a lot of things I've heard women lie to men about, but this is a new one, okay? Okay, this is a new one, all right? Courtney lied to her husband about purchasing a home, and she got arrested after trying to move into a house she never purchased, okay? Let me break this down for you. It's a lot of information, okay? I'm reading this from News Channel 8 on your side. Court documents revealed that an Indiana man thought he and his wife were moving into a brand new home after going through the real estate process and being handed the keys to a house. What her husband didn't know was that his wife faked all the financial
Jesus
documents,
Christ,
submitted
bro.
to the realtors, and then broke into the home, smashed open the lockbox, and told her husband they were new homeowners. Why? What is the point of a woman
makes
faking
sense,
anything? There's a woman in this building.
I don't understand why
who
she thought that this was
overheard
okay.
having a conversation with Just Hilarious earlier, saying that she once told a man she orgasmed 3 times. What's the point? What's the point of lying? Imagine lying
Have
to
either
a
of you
chef
ever
that
orgasmed
you-
3 times in one session?
3 in 1.
Good for y'all.
Wait, say that again.
He done totally switched the topic.
Lying or
No.
like actually orgasm 3 times?
Actually got yours.
Why would
3
he
times.
ask if you lied about it 3 times, Cass? Like, who wants to know
Because
that?
he referenced Just Hilarious lying about it. Cass Hilarious. Did you lie about it?
Well,
Oh,
I
Lord.
have lied about orgasm.
How
in the
many
past.
times have you
Why, though?
orgasmed?
You wanted it to be done with?
No, it
So
wasn't.
why lie?
Yeah, why fake it?
No, he asked me if I did, and I lied and said, yeah, I did.
Why?
I don't know. I don't
couldn't
know
feel
why.
it?
Will you do that again?
Do your
Don't do
legs
that
tip,
again.
Drew, when you coming?
No, my legs
Your legs don't shake?
You don't
Do
catch
your,
the
does your
whole-
Or
vagina
like an
clench?
internal thing, and it like
I know what it is, but like what external
it's
signal?
an internal thing.
Yeah. Yo, Cash, you nasty, man. Yeah, it's more of internal. Like,
It's not like a external thing. It's more of like an internal thing with me. But I do kind of like, and yeah. But
I'm sitting here with the climax girlies.
yeah, I mean, my lies are.
Don't lie.
I don't do big lies like that. Like that shit is crazy. Like
The
who
house shit is
fucking
wild.
Lies about buying a house unless she promised her man, oh, everything's all set and settled, and
That's what she did. That's exactly what
and
she did.
felt like she had to. Even then, it just don't even make any sense to me. I don't even know.
And here's what kills me about that story, which we didn't play the whole thing of. Fair use is in effect. You cannot sue us. Fuck you. We don't own the rights to the audio. So she wrote a bad check to buy the truck that they used to bring the shit to the crib. She wrote a bad check for that. Then she never submitted payment to the realtor, who was an actual realtor who wasn't in on it, because at the beginning of the story, I thought that the realtor was in on it, and then found out very quickly that this lady bamboozled everybody that was a part of the process. Her husband was the last nigga to know. And the fact that he got charges and she got charged, she found out from the realtor where the lockbox was for the key, where the lockbox was for the keys, went to the lockbox, broke that motherfucker,
Broke into the house.
broke the lockbox, took the keys, broke a window, broke into the house, and hid the lockbox in a drawer in the kitchen in the house.
That's too much.
And this woman is 32. She's your age. She's 32 years old. She's not an old woman. She's not in her 40s and 50s, and she black. I forgot what city or town or county, whatever the fuck. But like, what are we doing?
You know what it is
Yo.
though? Those squatting laws in a lot of the states, people think they can actually do this. Like once you're in and you
Not
can take
on that.
possession
Not
and
on
change
that.
the
No, that doesn't
the
even make any sense.
utilities.
That's
That's not
lot.
even the same.
That's a
though,
whole
Tia.
nother.
That's not even the same thing.
I'm gonna show y'all the story of the black man who bought a house for like $800, like a beautiful house somewhere in the South. He bought the house, or the house was vacant for like years in like a suburb for years. He comes through, looks up the state laws that are on the books, and he purchases the motherfucking house. He leased it, but when he leased it, he got the ownership, he got the mortgage paper, like he got the ownership papers to the house, and only moved in like a bed, a couch. He didn't furnish it with anything other than the things that he needed, and there was no electricity. He didn't pay for no electricity to be added, and I think he paid for water. He paid for water and sewage. He didn't pay for electricity. He had no cable, no nothing. He just went to the house to sleep, went to work, went back. He was like an electrical worker or water company worker, some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And there was a white neighbor, white woman, always a white woman, who was nosy as fuck and was like, he doesn't own that house. So the local news company did a Target 12 investigative story and interviewed this nigga. He pulled out all of the documentation that said this nigga at this address owns this house.
Right.
It's his house. He found a bylaw. He found like this little
clause, like,
and he finessed the system. He got this house that was worth like $600,000
for $800.
For 800 or 80,000?
No.
800.
For like $800 because it was vacant for years. I guess the previous owner got busted and the house got raided. The previous owner was like a drug dealer and was like moving cocaine and doing illegal shit. So the house got raided, and it was on the market. It was like a police auction, and he bought it in the fucking auction.
Damn.
And he was supposed to pay way more than whatever he paid for. I don't even know if it's $800, but it definitely wasn't more than a couple $1,000.
Right.
Absolutely not even close. And so the neighbors were upset because it was like, well, he doesn't have heat in the house. He doesn't have lights in the house. And the reporter's like, so does he own the house? No, he doesn't, because how can you own a house without having it? And the reporter's like, what are you talking about? Right. And so they beeline to them interviewing the dude, and the brother pulls out all this paperwork that says, nah, it's his crib.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he lived there for like 7 months before this fucking... I'm going to send that to y'all. Yeah. That is one of the most fascinating things that I ever seen in my life. And now that I work for the city part-time, I see shit like that all the time with businesses. With businesses. With businesses, because like when people fuck up and they own a business and they run a business out of a building and then they rack up all these fines and fees that they don't pay, or back taxes and shit like that, whoever comes after them, once they get their license revoked, and it's not a liquor license, it's not any of that. Like once your LLC takes all of these hits, if you got 5 to 10 fucking fees and fines on your LLC, on your limited liability company, and you don't pay those things back, that's going to follow you wherever you go. You can't just move from location to location, from address to address, and just open up and keep going. Right, yeah. You got to pay that money that you owe. Right. And so in Providence, it's very interesting because whatever taxes are associated with the building, and you don't own the building or not, it doesn't matter if you own the building or you rent it or lease it or whatever, those taxes and fees are still going to be on that address until it's paid. You know what I'm saying? So like if you are the owner of a lounge on Federal Hill, if you're whatever, Nara, and you get in trouble by not paying your state taxes, your property taxes or whatever, and you say, you know what, fuck it, we're going to close down here, we're going to leave 1221 or whatever the fuck the address is, and we're going to go to another part of the city. Whoever comes in and buys that location, and even if it's turnkey and they do the same thing that you're doing, they operate it the same exact way, the property taxes that are owed on that address still have to be paid. And the new person that comes in, or the new owners, they're liable for that.
Oh, damn.
Whoever takes over the space is liable for that shit. And they still got to pay whatever they got to pay too, because again, the taxes go both on the property and your license. It's just wild. It's just wild. So like when I heard that, I'm like, yo, damn. So this dude was able to do the opposite of that. Like this house was claimed, all the taxes and stuff was paid on it because these motherfuckers was moving work out of it. It got claimed by the state. He found out a way to finesse it in this little auction, get it for cheap, and have all the papers that say he owns it and he lived there. And he didn't have to put anything in it that he didn't want. So he just used it as a place to sleep. But he's like, but it's my house. Right. Smart ass nigga. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Way different from this bitch. Whatever this lady.
I love that segue.
Listen, whatever this lady thought in her head, bro, she's wild. She's sick.
She's sick.
How you lie to your husband about something like that, dog?
Get him caught up too. That's why
he's all soup. You're going from an apartment, moving on up to the east side with a deluxe house, yard, front yard, backyard, side yard, and you lied about the whole thing. You broke us into this bitch. You had me an accessory to breaking into a house that I thought we owned.
Fraud. Sheesh.
God damn.
Yeah, nah, that's sick.
At the end of Charlamagne's donkey, he said, "I hope he leaves you." Da 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 da. Do you think he left her?
He better have, because the trust is gone.
Do you think he left her?
Nah.
Because I feel like you can only do it. I think you can only do this type of shit, scam a nigga like this, if you got a GED. I'm not even shitting on GED niggas.
You got one?
Yeah.
Don't shit on GED people.
I'm shitting on GED
They're
niggas.
probably more street smart than book smart, but
how do you get caught like this? How do you get got like this, bro?
How do you think you're getting away with something like that though?
That too. That's a very good question.
Like, what the hell? It don't even make sense. At what point did you think, I'll get away with this?
I guarantee,
I don't get it.
If we do a search history of this woman's phone, she was listening to them Grand Rising, She was listening.
What are you talking about, Tia?
Because they be on there trying to give you game about
Listen.
all the loopholes.
Yeah, go ahead. Defend it. Defend your cult. Go
It's
ahead.
not a cult. People say Grand Rising.
Are
Just because they
cultish.
say Grand Rising doesn't mean that
They're
like
cultish. You
Come
like
on.
incense
No,
before you go to bed?
that's not
Do you-
cultish.
Do you like Palo Santo
People
before you
say
go to
Grand
bed?
Rising because Good Morning has a negative annotation to it.
A white
It's about
annotation?
morning. Yeah, that's where it derived from, like centuries ago. Good Morning is more about morning, and Grand Rising is about rising with the day, rising with the sun. So
Do you say peace
Before
and
y'all
blessings?
judge.
Do you say peace and blessings before you eat your pork chop sandwich too?
I don't eat pork, so
Yeah,
nope.
do you say peace and blessings when you greet people?
No, I say God bless all the time to people.
God
so.
bless, like as a greeting or as a like see you later as a child type of thing.
No, I don't.
So how do you greet people?
I say hi. How are you?
So it's not Grand Rising, Grand
No,
closing.
but so every now and then, like I'll do a post and I'll put like Grand Rising, or I'll do
Do you eat bean
like,
pies?
Happy New Month or whatever.
Happy New Month is.
Cass, do you know which videos I'm talking about though?
She
Nah, I don't.
she knows.
I don't know what videos you're talking about. I don't watch any of them videos, but
Do you eat bean pies?
I just wanted y'all to like know where the Grand Rising comes
I know
from.
where it comes from, but it be them dudes that make these videos I'm talking about.
them dudes
Just
and
like-
girls.
Yes, it be
Beautiful
them.
black man, Grand Rising. How are you,
They
brother?
be making these videos.
How
where
are
they be
you,
telling
black
people,
man?
Like,
How are
all
you
these
sitting in your
loopholes
mel-
and all
Yep,
this sovereignty type, like you know.
How are you sitting in your melanin
And
How are
these
you
the
la- how are you
rights, and, like,
queens?
can
How
do
you
this,
African
they can teach you How
queens?
to get land and stuff for free, and how you can like.
These are people that trying to live off the grid.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
No,
So they be
I
giving us
feel you.
information. So she probably got the wrong information.
How are you queens living in your melanin
The
this
thing
evening?
is that she was working with a realtor. Like that's what I'm saying. Make it make sense. Like you were working with a realtor who was
Yeah.
assigned to that house.
Word.
How are you gonna get by? Like that it doesn't
How
like,
are you
she
gonna
must be
steal the
smart.
house?
Right. How was you gonna steal that? How did you break into the house, steal the lockbox, break it, whatever? Like
No, she stole the lockbox from the realtor's office. Like the realtor was like, "Okay, all right, we're getting close. We need that closing. We need that closing check." She wrote the. Well, I guess she didn't write the check. She didn't. She would say, "Okay, we'll get you the check." But before all that happened, the realtor showed her where the lockbox for the keys to the house was, because the realtor showed her the house. She saw the house before her husband, so she knew where the keys were.
Right.
She stole the lockbox, broke the lockbox, took the keys, and then hid the lockbox
wild.
in the house, which is insane.
that's insane.
Then you wrote a false check to get the truck to bring your shit from the apartment to the house.
I can't.
And then when you got there, there was a window broken. Your husband didn't even go on a tour for the house to see what the fuck was going on. He didn't ask no questions. Like, the whole thing is just like, there are people out here that really, really think that they're good and they don't have mental illness. That bitch is crazy.
She crazy as hell.
She
It
crazy.
would make more sense if she was squatting.
That's what I was gonna say.
Then
Maybe that was
some dumb shit like
but
that.
I feel like that was her intention. She was moving.
There's no way it could have been.
Once
You
she
weren't
got in
getting
there,
away with it. You
Exactly.
worked with the realtor.
Right. Like it makes no sense. to
So
me.
what does the realtor do when he drive by the house
But
and he
she
sees
probably
this
thought-
and he or she
she
sees
thought
their sign
the
removed from the
moving
lawn?
truck-
But
Like-
but she just thought that once I'm in and I have possession of the keys, because she listened to one of them Grand Rising videos, that she like now I'm in. They can't get me out. They can't physically remove me because I got the keys and I signed paperwork.
she crazy as
You know
hell.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
She's
I
still
feel you.
crazy. I'm
No,
not.
she
I'm not,
crazy
I'm
as
not,
hell.
I'm not even defending her. She's out of her mind. But like
No, squatters
thought
have
that she
more
would be getting
rights
squat.
than that.
she tried to get her foot in, so
She
she
should have just broke in from jump.
Never even
without
hide
working
it.
with the realtor
Right.
and none of that, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
She just broke in and said, "Me and my husband are homeless
We live here now.
and we live here.
Exactly.
If you want to take us through that process, go right ahead, because that's a long process. Yo, to
know,
get
it
squatters out of a house,
crazy.
even an abandoned house that's not in good shape, has no running water, nothing. It takes a year minimum to get squatters out of a house. So when a house that nice that she was willing to steal, like, come on, my nigga, like, How the fuck do you steal a house?
It make no sense.
Yeah, yo, that's wild. That's wild as fuck, man.
I don't
White
do
people
big
stole the
lies
country,
like
though.
that. I've never.
What? Grand Rising?
No, I'm saying like we're still on that. I can't.
No, I really.
I'm talking about lying because at the end of the video, Charlamagne was talking about like asking Jess like, what kind of lies do you tell to men and this and that. And
she lied to Chico Bean. I didn't know they was gonna date. That was interesting.
She lied to him.
She lied to Chico Bean about breaking up with her boyfriend so he can talk, so she can talk to him. She wanted to date Chico Bean, and so she lied about breaking up with her boyfriend when she was still with him so he can holler. That's such a stupid lie. But also, it is very on brand for how some men and women move out here.
Nah, for sure.
Like, nigga, you got a girl. Just say you got a girl.
Right.
Shorty,
No,
you got a
I
man.
like that. We just
No, we broke up out of nowhere. You've been happy for 3 years. Now, out of nowhere, with no hint of trouble on social media, now you single and you were posting all the happy shit on social media.
Yeah.
But now when you go through a breakup, there's no lead up.
That's why I believe you just gotta
nigga.
call. You gotta call whoever it is. Call the nigga. Call the woman. Go
Facts.
right to the source.
Facts. And she was like, oh, the only reason why I lied to Chico is because I was really feeling him. He was quiet on set and wilding out. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here, Jess. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. So you gonna lie. And she lied about the same shit she lied about, having orgasms with niggas that didn't hit the spot.
I do
right?
small lies. Like
That's a big lie. What are you talking
That's
about?
a small lie.
That's a big lie.
Cassie, get the fuck out of here, man. What are you
It's
talking about?
It's a self-sabotaging lie.
Cassie.
It's a big
No,
lie.
that was a young and dumb lie. That's not something I do now at this.
Yo,
You
tell
did
them-
that in the
This is
last
like
5 years.
college shit. Like, you know what I mean?
You wouldn't lie now?
No, I don't.
You haven't lied about that
Hell
in your 30s?
no. If I don't come, I'm not lying. Like, I'm not fucking lying. Like,
You're gonna
if
let
I don't
them
come, I
know?
don't come. Straight up. That's it. I didn't come. That's it.
So you haven't
Like,
told
people-
that. You haven't told that
guys
lie
think
since
like
college.
you come off ahead. Like, not every woman comes off ahead all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I don't.
Way
I
to
don't.
call
everything
all
is
your
a
ex
technique.
niggas munches. God damn. Guys think you just come off ahead. Like, what the fuck? He just shot all them niggas.
Oh well.
Is that
what it
your
is.
go-to? Like, you got to get that before you get the peen?
Not all the time, but yeah, most of the time, yeah.
So you say 85% of the time you need head before you get slippage? Give and get?
Is it 85, 70?
Are y'all 69ing? Or is it like he go,
Nah,
you
I'm
go?
not 69ing, but I mean, I'd be into it if we were in that like connection was there. Like, yeah, I'd be into it, but not every time you're 69.
Have you 69 before?
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan?
No, I don't. I mean, if the connection's there, then yeah. I'm with it.
But it's got to be like your man. It can't be.
Yeah,
It can't be no
like
side.
a fling or
It can't be a side.
I don't really have flings like that, but you know,
It can't be a side.
yeah, or
She said, "I cut her with my
maybe a
side."
situationship,
I'm just
but
saying.
not.
I mean, whatever, you know.
I didn't see that as a
It's a
big lie.
requirement.
Like, I do little lies like, oh, I'm on my
there's nothing.
I'm on my period, like shit like that.
That's a little lie.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the lies that I do.
Having
Every girl does that.
First off, Cass, don't try to get rope cheeks into your mischief.
I'm roping cheeks in.
Don't
She's a
rope her
girl.
in. Don't
She
rope her
knows.
into your mischief. Lying about your period so you don't have sex is a way different than lying about having an orgasm once you chose to have sex. You're letting a man enter your body. He's penetrating your vagina with his penis. So lying to him about pleasuring you is way more damaging than saying, nope, I'm on my period. We
Okay,
can't fuck
I didn't
around.
see it as damaging, but okay.
It is? How would it not?
I don't know. I just
both
think-
You're again, think about it.
again, this is not something I've
know,
done
I
within
know,
like the last
recently.
10 years of my life.
Okay, cool. That's
All right.
fine. This is not a recent thing, but you need to think
One
about
of our
this.
listeners is out here telling that lie, so they need to know. They need to hear
100%.
this. Right.
100%. But you got to think about it from a guy's perspective. If you make a conscious decision to let a guy have sex with you, and then you say, oh yeah, you made me come, and then you get together and you're in a relationship, and then you find out the first time or the second time, whenever you had sex, he didn't actually make you come. Now he's going to question every sexual episode you ever had. Let's say a year goes by to the day that
But
you
he'll
had
never
sex.
know that, like,
He would know if he asked and wanted a real straight up answer. It's like, Cass, tell me the truth. Last time we had sex, I didn't think you was that into it. Have I made you climax? You're already nervous, and I'm not even
I'm
the
not
guy.
nervous.
You're
I'm just
already
like-
nervous. You started
well,
processing.
I mean, maybe once you lie, but doesn't mean every time after that you're gonna lie. You get what I'm saying?
once you lie,
Like,
You
gotta keep
would
up
if
with
you
it, yeah.
really loved who he was as a person. Women do that. Women lie about that shit.
I don't lie about that shit anymore. So
So
I
you would
have done it in the past, like,
that's wild.
but
That's wild.
I only do like small lies. Like,
Have you done that recently?
What, lie? About that?
About that.
No.
We're gonna wrap it like 10,
Nah.
bro.
Nah, I'm not.
we're not lying
No.
about shit like that.
I don't lie.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
No,
You
we're
tell them
lying
straight up.
about small things, like, oh, I can't make it.
You're lying about
oh,
small
I fell
things.
asleep.
But we know you ain't showing up. That's the thing. Those aren't lies. We already know who you are.
What do you mean I do show up? I show up for the people that I love and
It's like,
care
nigga,
about.
you know Cass ain't coming. Come on,
Well,
relax.
I be coming through.
No, you do. You always.
I be
Cassie
coming
always
through.
shows up.
I'm not saying that you don't come through for me. I'm saying in general, there's probably some folks in your circle that are acquaintances that you
That
don't
know.
come through for. I know that. I know that. Because you wouldn't
Can show
just
up for
casually
everybody.
say what you just said if you didn't do that. There are some niggas that some people like, nah, I ain't coming. I ain't going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I
Or you
can't
say,
make it.
oh, I'll be there. And then 3 hours before the event, you know what? I actually got a hangnail. I ain't going to be able to pull up. It's like, a hangnail? Well, that's very painful. I
Right.
had one of those before. It's so good, Cass. We'll see you at my next birthday. You know what I mean?
Well,
'Cause-
for the people I care about, I always show up. So
You go to like 18, not even, you go to like 38 birthday dinners a year. How do you even have money still for all of these amazing browns that you wear? Like, how do you have money for all of this
what are
shit?
you talking about?
You go on
She
18
works
trips
mad-
to
you know
Jamaica.
How hard she works though.
Mad hard.
She works so
for the
hard.
state, for the man.
You guys are sweet.
70 hours a week.
Word.
Not quite 70, but
Close to
enough.
it. Those nails ain't cheap.
Not and not.
Those nails are like $75 from
Every
Mei Ling
time
and
I
them.
see Cass, I be
Mei
like,
Ling
dang,
like,
I gotta
oh, you
work
want you?
harder. I gotta work harder. I need a sugar daddy. I need
it's
all
just
of it.
my one. So you know what I mean. I have my mom and my family, but you have.
Oh, it's
human
my kids
beings
be
that
eating
you
up my
have,
money.
so-
Yeah.
You got two human beings
I
you're
take-
taking care of too. What you mean?
No, I do, but not the way she does. Like I would be way more responsible if I had children.
Right.
You get what I'm
You won't be able to
saying?
do certain
I wouldn't
things.
just like
True.
You want to splurge the way you do.
splurge
Yeah.
the way I do.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need a kid so that I can kind of like
Don't do it.
be more responsible.
Yo,
Don't do it.
I need a kid so be more fiscally responsible
nope.
is insane.
That's insane.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
What's wrong with you, man? Cut
Don't
it
do
out.
that.
What are
That
we doing?
sounds
I know we
crazy.
ain't recorded in a while, but I ain't letting you come out the gate
Don't
with that
do
shit.
that.
You are wilding.
That was the wildest thing she ever said on this podcast.
I think I need a child so I can adopt then and then give him
Don't-
back.
right,
Adopt
borrow.
for 3 months and
She
then
could
figure it out.
for 3 months.
I'm trying to be
Yeah.
outside. I'll drop mine off so I can live my life. For a
Let her
weekend.
drop hers off and like I gotta foster brother,
I
yo.
pay well.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. Kids are
Yeah.
fucking expensive. Taking a kid to the movies is like $125
Easily.
with just 2 kids. I don't even want to know what it looks like if you had a third.
Is that with like concessions?
Right.
And
It's the
Dude,
whole, you not
The
going
movie
without it.
tickets are $45. What are you talking about? You get to 50.
you gotta go on a Tuesday. That's why.
No, that shit don't matter.
I
You
thought
think
it's discounted on a Tuesday, isn't it?
Cass, when's the last time you went to the
Yo,
movies?
anything
been a
you
while.
do with your kids is like $100 to $200. Like anything. The
Easy.
jump house.
Easy. You
Chuck
can-
E. Cheese.
You can go
movies,
to
like,
a free thing and still spend
and still spend
$150.
$150. Yeah, for sure.
I've taken my foster brother to Risley Museum on Sunday when it's free. Still spent $75.
You gotta eat. You got hungry.
Right.
Because what the fuck? You're in the museum for what? 45 minutes?
Now what?
Then you got the nigga for 4 more hours. What you gonna do? You gotta go bowling now.
Right.
Bowling is another $35.
Right.
Little nigga gotta eat.
Yeah.
That's another $30.
Right.
Little nigga needs to, you know what I mean? Like he might need to eat again. He might need some snacks. $75 off rip. And I led with something that was free. And I was like, yo, parents do this weekly.
I'd be wondering how my mom did it.
Every
Three
weekend.
of us.
She's a angel.
G.
They're all G's. They're all gangsters. Ain't all of it. My mom, my dad, nigga, nah. I'm straight. I got all the respect in the world. I got respect. I got love. DJ Khaled. Oh, I got love. I got love. Don't start twerking on my live. I don't want my wife to be bad. I got love. Because there's no way. Like, there's no way. I took last fucking week, my little foster brother, his third birthday. He turned 3 on the 25th or 26th. We went to Seekonk Grand Prix. Mind you, it's raining last Saturday. Ain't no go-karts outside.
Just inside.
Ain't no mini golf. We inside. Yep. There's about 10 games in there. And then there's the elevator ropes course that you could go on with the harnesses and shit.
But it's like $85 for like 30 minutes in there.
I paid with the deposit and the birthday room. The birthday room and the deposit.
$400.
Damn near. It was $300.
See?
It was $260 just for the birthday room for 2 hours, 2 pizzas, pepperoni cheese,
Damn, that's
and 3 pitchers of drinks. And it was only 3 kids because 2 of the kids dropped out. So it was my mom, it was 2 of my aunts, and it was the 3 kids, and it was me.
Damn.
And it was $300 fucking for 2 hours, Cassie. For 2, my nigga.
It's expensive,
the 2 3-year-olds aren't big enough to do any of the shit in there.
Nope.
Chuck E. Cheese was sold out.
You won't
Never do that shit again.
No.
Even if we could go mini golfing, these niggas ain't big enough to mini golf. I had one big kid,
Imagine you spent that and they sucked. It just
I'll be trying. I'll hit him with stuff.
Like that.
I'll hit him with stuff. Legit. I had the 6-year-old, the one my oldest fake niece. She was able to do the elevator ropes course with me. I went up there with her and we did some things and we played a couple games. But the 3-year-olds, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
They just run around, all the lights and all the glitter and all the sounds.
You didn't have to spend
that's
no money.
there, and it's like, nigga, this is not worth $300.
right.
It's not. And the pizza was trash. It was thick as fuck for no reason.
Cardboard.
Pizza had the fattest ass, no titties, no personality.
Right.
It didn't taste like anything.
No
It
depth.
just tasted like crust.
It would have been a good time.
And cheese. Like it wasn't good at all. Pink lemonade was too sweet. You know what I mean? Like it was just not worth it, dog. And then there's nothing but teenagers that work at these places for kids. It's all teenagers.
You know what I'd be mad about? They
What's
don't
that?
hook nobody up.
Never.
That's crazy.
Never.
Our generation, well, I'm lying because I got hooked up one time. But we had, how the potty rooms work. We
Yep.
had like 20 people that we paid for. So it was easily like 4 and change.
Easy.
Then he started hooking me up. But I already spent that.
Word.
So it's just,
You're gonna give me
They don't give you
$50
no
worth of
discounts,
perks.
no nothing.
I spent $300 for 3 children, dude.
I know, that's crazy.
And 2 of them aren't even big enough to experience this shit the way that they're supposed to.
they don't give you no freebies.
They don't
this
know.
generation, they're weird.
Listen, bruh, and they're all teenagers.
Yeah.
There were 2 adults that are usually the fucking go-kart niggas
Right.
that have to be inside, and they were pissed because they're inside and it's raining. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're the supervisor or whatever. But I'm like, yo, we have like a non-binary. She was a girl, but you can clearly tell she was a they, them. You know what I mean? That was our party host. Worst party host ever. The only thing she did that I appreciated was at the end of the day, at the end of our 2 hours, she bought the birthday wheel. He was able to spin it, and he won a basketball. And he got a basketball. And I was like, literally, this is what I spent $300 for. Because everything else in this bitch, I got 4 of the cards with points on them and shit. Like, I could go back and take a date and go crazy and whatever. But, like, nigga, nah. This was not, it wasn't it. And so, like, fuck kids. Respectfully, I love them. I want them to all exist. I don't want them to die. I want them to thrive and live their life and reflect on it. But I won't have them. No, I'm good. I'm straight. I pray for you, my sister.
Keep praying. It's working.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
working,
pray for you
for
because
sure.
they're getting older.
Oh, yeah.
And the older they get, as long as you raise them good from 0 to like 14, you can go outside and trust these niggas not to kill themselves.
Right.
Or let a motherfucker in when you hit a
Right.
Who is it? No, nigga, your mom taught you better than that.
Right.
You better not go to that door.
I test it all the time.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
As you should. If it's not the mailman or FedEx nigga,
Not even. They'll bring that shit tomorrow. They'll come back. Don't open that door.
don't.
Right,
The
my mom
window
would do that
neither.
too because she would leave us home alone. But there was 3 of us, so
There was one time my mom gave me permission to open the door, and that's because she was expecting a package, and it was like 1997. That was the only time I had permission to like look out the
actual-
window,
right.
see if it was the mailman, and then go downstairs and
Nah.
open the door for the nigga. But that was, and my brother had to go with me, and he had his little hockey stick, his little tykes. Like we were gonna have enough strength
Right,
to take this
right.
nigga out. This shit was crazy, but nah, bro. Kids are bugged out.
right.
Kids are
It's-
bugged out.
it's a
God
lot.
bless
God
all the
all the
parents.
moms and dads out there.
Yes, God bless all the fucking parents, man. Y'all are superheroes and y'all don't even know
Hell
it.
yeah.
Cause it ain't for Wole. Wole gotta go.
Relationships, kids.
I know.
Like you're a problem.
Go ahead and say it, Cass, so I can
No,
fucking cook you.
because you know what? It makes
Say
me
it.
sad that you don't want a relationship. Or
Why
a
does it make
kid.
you sad?
Because I feel like, well, I want a kid, but
You
I
get-
feel like
you
when you
get
get
all of
older,
that.
you know,
Yo, if you lost a leg, God forbid.
but you got like fake nieces and nephews, so you won't be alone.
I got mad.
Now I say this because I got a friend who just had surgery, right? And he can't.
Yeah, who will take care of you? Exactly.
He's
When
seeing it now.
Like
He's
I take care of my
single.
mom.
He's
You know what I
seeing
mean?
it now.
Like who would take care of her if
My
it
fake
wasn't
nieces.
for us?
You think so? That's
take
not fair
care
to
of
them.
you?
They're trying to live their lives. And
But I'll be like 80. I probably would still be
if you-
spry.
no. At 50,
I don't need nothing.
at 50, you lose a leg, and you gotta just.
I'm good. I
You might
can't
change
live.
your mind in 10 years or so.
In 10, shit. Nah, it's not gonna
You
happen.
might.
You really said
And
you're
my
good?
father says that too. My father said that when I got sick, when I had the heart thing, he was like, "You only have your brother, you have me, you have your mom." I was like, "Okay, I'm fine." Like, Dad, later down the line, there are plenty of. You know how many godchildren I have? Like, I'm not stupid, and I have a good relationship with all my godchildren. If God forbid any of their parents go, guess who comes dad? Me. And I'm half raising some of these little niggas. Anyway.
Right, yeah.
So I'll be okay. And if they put
Set
me
it
in a
up.
home, they put me in a home. But it ain't gonna happen until I'm like 80. And by 80, I might want to be the fuck out of here anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be on this earth if I'm not spry. I don't know about y'all, but I need to be able to walk around, you know what I mean, still drive, and not be one of those assholes that are 85, still got
Still
their
on the
license.
road.
The state keeps granting them their license every year,
Crazy.
and they got the big
Right.
focus on, and they got this big ass wagon that they have to drive, and they're like this and shit.
You know what makes me more
Right.
mad? When they be in nice ass cars.
They're always in nice cars because they're old and they've saved
got money
and they
out their
retired.
ass.
Yo, I'd be so mad.
They don't spend their money on shit. They don't eat nothing. My grandmother did not eat shit for the last 7 years of her life.
My grandmother lived off coffee and cigarettes.
Bro,
I swear to God.
They don't eat nothing, nigga. They don't spend money.
Like,
Dog,
eat.
let me tell you this, and I'm not proud of this. Before a month ago, I spent $165 a month on antioxidant water. Just water. Just bottles of water.
Yeah,
Let me
man.
say that shit again.
165?
$165 a month for years. I'm talking like 7 years, maybe longer than that.
I can't even believe this is what people with no kids be fucking doing. Y'all get on my last nerve.
Was that for you or for your
Respectful.
grandma?
For me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
For me, my grandmother ain't been here 3 years. I'm drinking that water. What you mean? What are you talking about?
Y'all
165 on water. And if I tell you how much I spend a week on food, you'd really want to scrap with both of us. You don't even want to know how much she spends what I spend in
I
a week
spend
on
way
food.
too much money.
She spends what I spend on a week in food in one night with her girls.
I believe it. Nah, that's
These
how. Yeah, I
these
know.
little classy baddies,
I know.
they drop 2-3 bands at the restaurant.
Not 2-3 bands.
Absolutely.
Come on. You're ODing now. Come on.
I seen
Stop.
how y'all dress. I see where y'all go.
He's
y'all
saying
go
all
to
of it
re-
collectively.
You go to
Hair,
restaurants with
nails,
your and I
outfits.
Well, when you start doing that, you're not
Right.
supposed to add all that into it.
First off,
matters,
Cass,
though.
you go to restaurants with your 6-7 African baddie friends. Y'all all wearing dresses that cost $100 each. Easy, light. Not including what you spend on your hair, your nails, your toes, the wax, all of that. And then you go to a 4 or 5-star restaurant, and there's 7 of you motherfuckers. Entrees aren't fucking less than $50, because you're getting salmon, you're getting steak, you're getting prime rib,
stuff, right.
and then you're getting all of that them nasty fancy leaflet
Oysters.
vegetables. Yeah, oyster. They gotta get the
love oysters.
calamari for the appetizer. Keep saying that. That's $35. And they got 3-4 plates of them because there's 7 of them. So there's a table that's big enough for the Last Supper because it's like 7 to 10 of these niggas.
Baddies,
And they got
right.
calamari on every other table with oysters. Then the meal comes out.
Don't listen to him, yo.
Don't
listen to him.
Yo, go to Cass's story and watch. Because she's going to show you all of this shit. The dessert that they light on fire and it turns into a cupcake. All that shit. Yo, they got all that shit.
What the heck?
They got all that
drinks,
shit.
And then drinks.
There's no way that meal was less than $3,000, bro. And they all pull out their
The
cards.
math is mathing.
Split
They
it,
argue over
and each
who's
of them
gonna-
pay like $250 each for
Then
one
you gotta
meal.
pay for the birthday girl's meal.
They pay
And you go to
200
17 of them a year?
at least. That's light.
Nah, I don't have that many friends, but
Nah, nigga. You every other week you got a birthday that
Birthday,
you
right.
celebrate. Every other
Well,
week.
we got-
You just celebrated one last week, and that was an expensive restaurant.
Yeah, we
Everybody
did.
looked like $1 million. Was that in Boston?
oh, yeah, that was at Grace by Nia.
Yeah, Grace
That's where I
Bania.
went after the show.
It's a dope
It's
spot.
so nice.
How
Yes.
much was it?
First of all, their kitchen was closed, so
Oh, you didn't order any food?
nah,
Yeah.
we had to go downstairs.
Oh, you say money? We didn't. That's what that was.
Nah, there's a spot downstairs though.
There's a downstairs
There's a downstairs.
to Grace by Nia, or
No,
a different
like this
restaurant?
different restaurant.
Oh, okay,
Right,
yeah.
See, yeah,
Nice.
see, y'all, and like it's okay,
But no, they got it. I go on dates.
and you get paid for.
No, I'm not getting paid to go on a date, but like if
You
the
should.
man
You
is
get
gonna-
paid for,
Oh, I get paid for. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying. I thought
you
were
get
saying
paid
making money
for
to
it.
do
Yeah,
that.
we
No.
go on
the-
dates too.
huh?
At them birthday dinners though, y'all be
The
coming out of
birthday,
pocket.
all right, the birthday
Yeah,
dinner.
y'all.
But when we
y'all
go
spend-
out at night, you
Right.
know,
it gets
someone's
paid for.
paying for
Right.
it.
Right.
I know, and poor him.
For him.
If it's just you and him, and you going to dinner, that's $350. Because you're not. When's the last time you went to dinner and didn't get an alcoholic beverage, some type of cocktail?
Never in life.
Exactly. And so she's ordering
But
at
that's
least
a
2.
given. Everyone gets an alcoholic
That's
beverage.
not every. Speak for yourself. I get a water with lemon and a ginger ale. If I'm gonna
I hate
drink,
dates like that. Why would you do that?
I drank in the car before I walked into the motherfucker. That's how you save money. That's how you be cost effective as an adult. I just told you.
But you're going on a date with someone.
I'm already tipsy.
So you're
I don't
already
need-
giving,
I don't
like-
need to drink. I don't need to drink. My levels are already
And
good.
what are you ordering on the menu?
I'm ordering whatever the fuck I want. I'm paying.
What are you ordering though?
Whatever.
I want to know what you're ordering.
Whatever.
If you go to a seafood restaurant, what are you getting?
Steak, because I don't eat seafood.
You don't eat any seafood at all?
No, at all. Steak, fucking seafood is stupid. I might get some bacon wrapped scallops if that's on the menu as an appetizer,
That's
but I'm
seafood,
getting steak.
So
But it's wrapped in pork, so I don't taste it. You ask, I'm answering, nigga. Like, what's up? What else you want to
That's fair.
ask?
That's
no,
fair.
I wanted to see what you say when.
Yeah, exactly.
Pull them up, guys.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, so this is 9 years for me for the pod. It's a year for both of you, right? It's over a year now.
Over a year for
Over a
me.
year.
Over a year for both of you. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for riding. You know, come on, Cass, get it together. Big ass nails. Yep. Yes. Yes. 9 years of the Pregame Podcast is episode 317. Cass, Cheeks, I appreciate you both for being on this journey with me. We're going to take this bitch to new heights. I promise you, okay? I promise y'all that. We going to grind. And I want the first couple episodes of us in this new space to just be us so we can get this chemistry back and it feels like it never left.
Right.
But after like April, we going to start bringing some guests on this motherfucker one at a time. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. And this was dope, man. We going to keep going. Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers to Cheeks drinking again. This show is good to have you
Cheers
back.
to
Edit this
fucking
out.
that.
Absolutely.
Edit
It's good to have you back, Cargo
I
Pants.
wasn't gonna drink,
Right.
but I'll drink for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to drink that whole shit. All right. With that, We out this bitch. We love y'all. Make sure you subscribe on all the things. We'll see y'all niggas next week. Oh, no, the week after next. Peace, niggas.